Yeah, and they said that I shouldn't eat the dice, but they just look so good.
Why do they make them so crunchy if you're not supposed to?
Right? That's what I keep
Uh,
saying.
doesn't make any. It's like a really common thing.
I mean, they look like little candy corn. It's really tasty. Oh shit, we're on, aren't we?
What's up, party people?
Got to start counting us in.
Yeah.
Welcome to tonight's episode of A Sinner's Dream, a noir-themed campaign set in a homebrew world where we're going to do weird, goofy things. I don't know. Listen, I'm coming in cold. I'm coming in tired. We're going to have ourselves a good night at this party. Tonight's episode is brought to you by Foundry VTT, the best VTT out there, frankly. It is completely modular. The community supports it well with its mods. Not that the standalone is not bad, but I mean, you can make it custom because people take care of you and do great things with mods that let you just do wonderful things for your players, like lights and music things and page things and roll things, and it's nice. Turns out really nice. That said, you can self-host if you think you want to be a system admin, but there's a better way to do it. You can go to Forge-VTT and host your stuff through there. They have over 200 nodes across the entire world where everybody can go ahead and connect in, have no latency whatsoever, unless you bog it down with mods like I have in the past, and it works out wonderfully. They've got all these different packages. I think they've got three. Say all these different packages. They've got three. I know I do the world builder. I know Jason does the world builder. It's got plenty of storage for everything that you could possibly upload into it, and it never has an issue on my end anymore. Now that I've figured out what mods are giving me fits. That said, tonight is also brought to you by Heavy Arms, a fantastic homebrewer who pumps out great stuff all the time. We are using his Gunslinger in this campaign. I know he just released, if I remember correctly, I'm just going to go check Discord because I'm a cheater. Oh, Jesus. His Minion Masters bundle. It's all about necromancy, and he's got like all these new invocations. He's got new spells. He's got new warlock subclasses. It's crazy. I remember like he's been working on it for I want to say like 2 months because he worked on it through the holidays and he kind of took a few breaks here and there. But just going through his homebrew channel as he was working on it, it was a lot of fun to see how he was working through it, and it turned out really nice. If you go to his Patreon and subscribe, you have access to his Heavy Arms handy haversack of everything, where you can go ahead and just get that and everything else that he's already posted in the past, which doesn't include his Gunslinger, but it's okay. You can just go get the Gunslinger because it's great anyway.
Oh, it's so good.
It's so good. It's so good.
Can we get into a fight this time?
That's up to you guys. So that said, if you want to talk music, just DM me. I don't know. Jason, what am I missing?
You know, Chuck, when you said to me earlier, or actually when I said to you, are you ready? And you said, no. I appreciate your honesty. That was all. But if all of you made it through Chuck's incoherent rambling at the start of our episode, just know that we rewarded your patience out there in the internet with elf eggs. What are elf eggs, you may ask? I don't know. I'm not going to tell you. But what I will tell you is that you can redeem those mystery eggs for prizes and giveaways. We tonight are giving away a game for 300 elf eggs. That is the cost of a follow. So Tom, Drake, you guys are already there. Tonight's game, Crazy Alien. What is that game? I have no idea, but it sounds fun, and I like Crazy
about
Aliens.
Space rabbits, right?
Space rabbits, yeah, absolutely. So if you want to wipe your memory after this episode and forget everything Chuck mentioned in the beginning, then you can get that, and you can win it for free tonight. All you have to do is redeem your elf eggs. Of course, you're a hoarder. You like to really hold on to those precious eggs for as long as you can. You can save up for the custom set of Dragon Knight dice that we give away. The dice are this month based off of one of our characters from our typical Tuesday night games, Vidania Galanadel, an Eladrin elf who plays in our D&D 5e campaign, The Five Best Friends. So that one is on hiatus at the moment, but we're still giving away the dice. And I think we're going to give them away. I think we should give them away tomorrow on Goat Crashers.
Okay.
So tonight's your last chance to enter to win those dice. Of course, we do that every single month. Tomorrow night, we are playing a one-shot on Tuesday, Goat Crashers, being run again by Mr. Charles Baker with several of our illustrious cast. So tune in there if you get your dice giveaway in, just like Plumbus Lover did. You can find out if you win tomorrow night. So there you go, Chuck.
Great.
That's how it's done.
Yeah, it was so much better than mine.
I mean,
I guess I feel like listening to the radio. Let's rinse our brains. Let's rinse our brains with bleach and go to the radio recap.
This is a good one.
Mm-hmm.
Rinse so white and rinse so bright. And now, ladies and gentlemen, your attention.
Don't ever neglect the cold. At the very first sign of a cold, get after it immediately with the faster.
Welcome back to Kasmar Radio. All jazz, all day. I've got some good... Wait, you're back?
Back, baby!
What are you doing?
Go!
Welcome to Kasmar, city on the move. Last week, our dear dicks returned home, and they schemed and they planned, and this nice little nurse lady even went shopping with a friend. We'll see how much art gets revealed this week on A Sinner's Dream.
Jackass is back.
So someone's back.
I swear I'm gonna shoot that guy.
Let's see. So somebody give me a better recap of what happened 2 weeks ago, if you remember, because there was a lot that happened.
I got you covered.
Oh, hot dang.
The only
She has
one in this
notes.
campaign that takes notes.
True.
So last week, most importantly, we spoke to Weatherford at Larry's about what the fuck is going on. Namely, Willem talked to Weatherford because he's the only one that's not affected by the geas that's clouding our minds.
That's right.
Willem is like, that's weird. But we'll figure it out. Talked about the crystal fragments that are beneath Kasmar that he thinks might be involved. Harold contacted Anita. Randall's in the hospital. It's kind of weird. Something happened to him that he doesn't remember. Willem had this existential conversation with a very creepy friend. Wasn't much paying attention to that. Patrick billed shit. Vex freaked out, went back home. The most touching story I've ever seen in a fucking tabletop game ever. Mac and Willem went to go visit Georgie, Mac's secret brother that's in hospice care. It was very touching. We all cried.
Don't tell the rest of the party. Keep it under wraps.
No, it's all their knowledge. Harold created a crystal finder thing, and then we went shopping with Veda, Anita, and prepared for the party that we're all breaking into. Well, not me and Harold, because we're rich and
Party, that's right.
Invited. That's about it.
Harold,
We were trying to
is running typically late for whatever reason. I don't know where he is. I have been standing here for 45 minutes.
Oh, right. Deputy Georgie.
Yeah, we were trying to figure out ways we can get in.
Yep. So
We decide on.
that was a pretty good recap. Thanks there, Adelaide.
Thanks.
Appreciate.
You are way above -2 energy here.
Right.
We're gonna need
Hey,
that. Bring
listen,
that down.
if I don't take notes, I don't pay attention. No, it's just the
I take
autism.
notes. By the way, I email them to Mac mid-show.
And he still doesn't pay attention half the time.
Love that. Love that for him.
Yeah, how
anybody
many
else?
how many tickets did we have and how are we getting in?
Well, Weatherford had a ticket. You're not sure how.
Yeah, does he have a +1?
He does not.
Right.
Oh.
Damn.
Harold is getting in because of his family,
Right.
and he has a +1.
Mhm.
And Veda just gets to go because she's family.
Right.
Anita technically has a +1, but that's all the tickets you guys had. So I'll let you guys figure this one
Make
out
it
for
work.
a bit.
going to spend an hour summoning tailor's tools. I'm going to start making outfits for the party at large.
Well, Pip, you could sneak in, right? Somehow.
So, well, we had some spare downtime. Speaking of, I made some potions. Here you go, Mac. Take a potion.
What does this do?
If you make someone drink it, they get better if they're hurt.
Oh, right. Oh, good. All right.
Yeah. Podrick, take a potion, and then I'll keep one too. That way, Wilhelm can help heal like normal.
I've had just about enough of potions, so thank you.
Well, this way, if you go unconscious, this is a dangerous party. So if you go unconscious, then we can help you.
I have a very strict DNR.
But I had some extra time between when I made those and whatever. So I went and got a job. I went and applied at the art place, and they hired me. So I'll be working the event as I will run plates.
Oh.
Purple.
Well, that saves that.
Yeah.
Very
right. So Harold,
Pip, I am once again very impressed with your work ethic.
I had to lie though. So if you see me, call me Dip.
Dip.
Yep. I didn't want them knowing my real name.
Oh, it's a great cover. Mm-hmm.
So you changed a letter.
I changed 2 letters.
Yes, but have you ever met other Grung, Mac? They're all named Dip and Dop and Pip and Bop and Dip and...
Yeah, but that would be like changing my name to Jack.
Well, no, I'm Dip Pop. You know,
I don't think that's going to be canon. Dip and Dop and Pip to Pop to Pete.
Well, I knew one name.
Pete's a good one.
I knew one named Pete. Yeah.
It's too early for a headache. All right. Well,
he's the scat man.
There we go. So Harold and Anita, they both have +1s. So 2 more can get in that way.
Well, I always assumed you and Weatherford were so close sleeping over and whatnot, you'd be his +1.
He doesn't have a +1, and that was only a couple times. And it's only when we've been. That sounds real bad if I say that's only when we've been drunk. Anyway, so he doesn't have a +1. So we got 3 people that need to get in with 2 passes.
Oh no, to be clear, he has a +1. He just does not have a +1.
There's one available, but no one's taking the spot.
Well, then I will take Weatherford's +1 as his security detail.
There you go. Easy peasy.
Yes, this is where we were last week. I think the only concern is Podrick.
No, Pod can go with Anita, and you can go with Anita.
With Anita.
And then Harold, or then Pod can go with Harold.
At this point, you see Podrick is, I guess, is working on like a waiter's outfit, and it's like size for a moose. So I just put it on and try to I just show it off to everyone. And does this look all right? Do I look like I'll fit in? Or?
Oh yes, you look wonderful. Pip, perhaps are they recruiting more individuals? Perhaps you can get some sort of referral bonus as well.
I was about to say you basically. I don't know how you figured out the uniform so good. That's basically what they gave me to wear, except for yours fits way better. So
I can touch yours up if you wish.
You want me to talk to the supervisor? I'll go see if they've got another spot.
That would definitely be a good idea. I was just going to pretend like I was hired, but
perhaps last minute, Pip, you could temporarily incapacitate one of the other waiters, and they would be in a bind, and then you'll conveniently be employee of the month, as you know a guy.
I can do that.
Well, then sounds like we got ways in. So how long do we have until this party?
Oh, a few hours.
Oh, well, shit.
Takes about an hour to get downtown from where you guys are at. Weatherford's off shopping for something. Not sure what.
Are we back at the office? Oh, no, we're at Larry's.
Sure.
Mac. Oh no, you got the cool armor that makes you whatever. You already have everything to wear.
Oh yeah, no, I'm good.
Wilhelm, do you have nice clothes? Do we need to go shopping?
All of my clothes are nice.
I mean, I
take good care of my things.
I agree.
Oh, I need to pop back by Harold's and get Sarah Jane and Veronica. All I got is Betty.
It's been a week. You haven't gotten your guns in a week.
No, I wasn't sure what was going on. Time's moving different in that weird ass place, and I wasn't quite sure if we were still wanted by the cops.
You know, that's a fair point. I apologize.
All right, so I'm gonna pop over there real quick. I'll just grab a cab. I'll be right back. Oh wait, no, we're at Larry's. We're down the street, so no, it's fine.
It's literally like less than a 5-minute walk.
Yeah, so I go to Harold's, get my shit, and come on back.
I need to run by the bakery on the way. I'm running low on snacks.
You know, I could deal with a muffin. Let's go.
Okay.
All right.
We leave and stop by a bakery so I can fill my pockets with bread and sweets and snacks.
Okay. Is there a particular bakery that you want to go to? Like
Nope. Any of them that are on the way. You know what? The one that's run by Charlie. That one.
Charlie? Okay.
Yeah.
My knee-jerk reaction went Charlie the Unicorn, and I hate you for it. Okay, cool. So you guys swing by Charlie's, a tiefling sweet shop that sells a bunch of very simple baked pleasures, danishes, sweet stuff, donuts.
Danish.
I get a little mini muffin, a half a baguette. Maybe not half because that's pretty big for Pip. You know, like hand size.
So like a quarter of a baguette.
Yeah. I gotta get some pocket snacks.
Mark off a gold note, please.
Yeah, got it.
Hey, we got time. Do you want to get in a good soaking beforehand?
No. I slept in the tub this morning, so I'm set.
Oh, all right. Just looking out for you, little guy.
Thanks.
Is there anything else that anybody else would like to do before the big art reveal?
Wilhelm will put on a cleaner suit. Some of the one he's been wearing for the past couple of days in multiple combat situations. But I will put on a clean one, pressed, very starched, with but he's still gonna wear that Victorian style jacket with the armor and everything. Okay.
You wearing the shield thing that Padre made?
Yes. It is under the shirt. The shirt sleeves are buttoned down.
So it's a little bulging around.
A bit, yeah, but you can't really see it under the jacket.
Okay.
I want to go ahead and infuse that new shield with +1 AC.
Enhanced defense.
Did I ever receive the stats for that fire shield?
Nope, it's just a basic shield. That'll shed some light. I'll make that during the break.
Free action instead of a move action to draw it.
Correct.
So my infusions for the day are +1 defense on that shield as a good luck charm bonus, and then I want to add. I'm not turning on Gertz today. I
don't think you have a choice.
I don't. But I'm not using that. I'm going to enchant my gem with +1 attack. Those are my two.
Okay. Nice.
Yep. That is it.
Cool. Easy peasy. So, as you all go about your preparations for tonight's art gala, art reveal, you all go about your separate ways. Pip, let's talk about you for a minute.
Okay. I don't like that, but okay.
Uh-oh.
So, let's talk about your interview and what you're going to be expected to do tonight.
Okay.
Okay, roll just a general charisma check for me, please.
This is what I get for springing it on him.
Mm-hmm. It is.
Oh, good. Oh, good. You're gonna be so pleased. Just general charisma?
Mm-hmm.
Solid 3.
Nice. Hold on. So with a 3 in your interview, they're a little desperate. In fact, whenever you go downtown to actually get through this interview, once you find out who's actually catering this shindig, you find out that it is it's a rather small company, just known as the Knife and Fork. They typically do smaller gigs, small private catering stuff. They don't do anything that's big in public very often. They're big amongst the rich people, specifically because they do nice food. And by nice food, I don't mean like, salmon crackers. I mean, they make massive sculptures out of food. And it winds up looking fantastic. People come by and pick the little hors d'oeuvres off, and it winds up leaving like a wooden structure underneath and whatnot. But you won't be doing that tonight. You won't be going about refilling the statuettes, the hors d'oeuvres. No. You won't be carrying around drinks. No. You're going to be delivering bottles to a separate room.
Very quick. Okay. What's my pay for the evening?
30 gold notes.
I gotcha. Sweet. Is it that low because they were about to not hire me and I said I'll do it for half? Because I'm desperate.
Sure.
Okay.
Did they have room for another, by the way?
Yeah, I'll show up early. And see if we need one more.
I think I'll go with Pip. Yes.
And if we don't need one more, I will find the first guy that shows up and say, "Hey, I'll pay you double to not show up today." Since I know that most people are getting paid 60.
Okay.
Just up to you.
That's what you think.
Oh, okay. Never mind. I won't do double. I'll give you 100 gold notes to not show up today.
Okay.
Yeah.
Now we're getting somewhere.
Yeah. There
Or
you
you
go.
could just stick your finger in one of the drinks and swirl it around.
Yeah, that could be traced.
I don't like this being. I don't like that being like a standard. Like, they're gonna poison this guy.
Welcome to Grungs.
I know. Anyway, okay. So are you just gonna do that like on the day of?
Yeah, we'll go early, like an hour early or something like that. Since we were just now leaving,
you would have been expected to be there 2 hours early.
Sure, that'll work.
Okay.
Yeah.
So as you walk up with Pod, as the gold dragonborn that is kind of managing the situation is already in super high stress, just constantly telling people to move back and forth, where they're supposed to be moving, the uplighting in the various different points in the room, how they're supposed to be straightening down those tablecloths. Why is that curtain not properly crimped, kind of thing. It's stressed out to the max. And he sees you enter and he just looks at Pod and goes, "Excuse me, what the fuck?
I heard we were short-handed. Do you have a position? He's really good with his hands."
Who didn't show? Who didn't show? And he just starts like walking around the room looking for who didn't show up. Make a deception check.
I want to put my hand on the shoulder and just give him guidance and just kind of whisper, like, "You got this, Pip."
Gotcha. That's what added D4.
Uh-huh.
I do have this, Podrick. Yeah, I do have this. 6.
Is there a way I can help with this?
Is it really a deception check? The guy didn't show.
Please, sir, I'm very good.
Shown yet? We haven't established that. What
Why
were you gonna
doesn't
say,
the
Pod?
rogue have proficiency in deception?
I used it for other things.
I say,
Oh,
please,
God.
sir, I'm very hungry and I just want to feed my little friends tonight. The ones that live in the yard, the little kitties.
Oh,
Please.
Make a
Rude.
deception check with disadvantage.
All right. I should have just shut
Or
up.
persuasion, either one. I don't care. You think both are bad.
It's definitely going to be deception. I was trying to give him advantage. Oh god. A 19 and a 17.
Rock going.
Wow. Okay, so between the two of you, he stops mid-step, looking around, and just... He looks at you, Pip, and he goes, Dip, is your friend really that desperate, Dip? Really?
Yes.
It's not in the budget.
How early are
I'll
they?
split my share.
They're about 2 hours early. And he goes, no. And he points at you, Padre. He says, you're working on tips, and I only want you to stand near the covered ice sculpture. Understood?
Understood. Thank you, sir.
You'll be handing out glasses of vodka. Good luck.
Great.
Okay, so the two of you have a couple of hours to kind of get acquainted with the space. He spends, in the Golden Dragonborn, spends a couple of maybe 20 minutes tops on explaining to you kind of like your individual responsibilities whenever it comes to mixing the drinks and making sure everything's well and ready. You get a key, Pip, to room 1432.
Okay.
And sorry, my wife just brought me rice pudding. Thank you, love. He just says, whenever there is a call on the bellhop, make your way down discreetly. Yeah?
Yeah, I can do that.
What's the number on the tag?
1432.
I'll say it again.
1432.
Thank you. Memorize it. Love it. It is your job tonight. Understood? It is important.
Yes. Why do I have to be stealthy?
Because people will try to take your drink.
Okay. They'll try to take the bottle. Got it.
Make an insight check.
God damn. 5.
Yeah, no, people apparently just steal bottles of alcohol out of people's hands in this place.
That was my highest roll.
He he turns to walk away, and he turns back around on the heel and just says, "Be sure that you meet up with the Red Grung."
Red Grung. Got you.
Mm-hmm.
Is he going to be at the door or inside the room?
No, he'll be going back and forth. He'll be rotating with you. It's a bit of a distance going up and down like that. So.
Okay.
We're on the 17th floor, 3 floors down. You got to make sure that you're going fast enough.
Understood.
Pete.
What's his name?
Pitt.
Gotcha. Great. I'll let him know that Dip says hello.
What was the room number?
1432.
Thank you. And he just takes off.
So you didn't want it to be canon, but now it is.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
Hey, two grungs does not make a trend.
Sure doesn't. But Pitt is good.
Technically,
Pitt taking care of business.
It's 3 grungs
Technically
now.
3 grungs because we have Pete. And we have Dip, Pit, Pete, and Dip, Pitt. All right. Okay, cool. So, is there anything the two of you would like to do before the party actually starts? At all? It's the entire room at the moment is still somewhat under construction as they're kind of trying to put the final touches on, and apparently they're having a hard time kind of routing lighting correctly for the up lighting on various different points of the room.
Is this getting personal for you, Chuck?
I could help with that.
You want to talk about it? As soon as you step away from the ice sculpture, you are barked at by the Golden Dragonborn.
I go back and I'm like, nope, sorry. I just stand there with my tray. Never mind. I just
speak up.
I might know how to help with the electricity. I used to do mechanics in a shop. I might be able to help.
Of course you did. And he just kind of like thinks for a moment. And he smacks the other dragonborn that's down there on the back of the head and just says, "Let him try." You can see the green dragonborn just kind of, God, fuck. And he kind of gets up, right, rubbing the back of his head. All right, I guess. Make a Tinker Tools check. Please.
All right. That I can do. All right. Is that, what kind of check is that? Dexterity?
Intelligence. Intelligence with proficiency.
All right. That is 13.
Saw the one. I was panicking.
Same.
Put my ass on the line for you, man. You can't just mess things up.
I know, right?
With a 13, it's a bit more difficult than you anticipated at first. The spotlight that they're using for this is the wrong kind of spotlight to be using in the interior to begin with. The gels aren't correct. They should be working with something a little bit smaller, with easily exchanged gels. And not only that, but they don't have the correct voltage coming from the wall. They overworked it. So it's going to be one of those things where you're going to have to reroute some power from place to place. And it's going to take the better part of an hour to get the routing correct as you're trying to find the right plugs. So that way it doesn't overheat and potentially short things out.
All right, well, I get to work then, and I go tell the manager what I found, and I explain it, and I say, "Do you want me to hold this ice sculpture, or should I get to work on this? Whatever you wish."
Make a persuasion check with advantage.
I am going to guidance myself on this one.
Okay.
All right, persuasion is -1. I am a moose.
Don't forget your D4.
Woo! It's 5 plus D4. 8.
8. Man, you guys are on fire tonight. This is going to be a great night.
Get him out early. Get him out early.
Yeah, get him out now before things start blowing up.
As you're kind of speaking about it, he thinks about it and just goes, "We don't have the fucking time. We're just gonna find it." And he looks at that green dragonborn and goes, "Skip it, and just make it work. Just make it work. I don't fucking care anymore. Okay?" And the green dragonborn just goes, "Yep." And turns and starts like unplugging some of the different lights to try and reroute it a little bit, pulling that one light off and kind of scooting them down a bit. It doesn't look symmetrical anymore, and it's a little off-putting, and it doesn't look nearly as professional as it should have. And the golden dragonborn just stops and goes, "Take that one out as well." And he points to one of the ones on the other side and just goes, "We need it to be as symmetrical as possible because we want the only abstract thing in this room to be the art." Thank you. And he just kind of like marches his way out of the room as the green dragonborn just kind of and makes his way over. He gets down, starts unplugging it, removing that light.
I wish I could go over there and help him, but I have the tray now.
Mac.
Yeah.
You're meeting up with Weatherford, huh?
Yep.
Okay.
I'm waiting to see what he's wearing, and then I'll switch the armor appropriately.
Okay. He meets you about a block from the skyscraper. Like about a block and a half as he comes walking out of a trench coat shop. And he has bought himself a nice brand new trench coat that has a bit of a fur to the front lining a bit that kind of puffs out ever so slightly with this tie going down the center as it's kind of striping it down. It's a cleaner look than he's had for the office. His shoes have been shined. His pants have been pleated. His pants are like just immaculate deep black He doesn't seem to have anything on underneath the jacket until you see him kind of like reach for his wallet, and you can see a golden pocket sticking out of a pocket square sticking out of a vest that has like this nice plaid inlay on the inside that he just like silver and black plaid on the inside that he kind of straightens up. And so you're my +1, huh? This is security, right? Yeah.
Well, yeah, of course. We're not doing the no. And let me see. Hey, that's a nice coat. I like that. Give me 1 second, and I'll will the armor to, instead of the duster, become not a matching trench coat, but the same deep black, no fur trim. Because come on, Minotaur. Black slacks, and just enough room to hide the stock of Sarah Jane under my braid in the back.
Okay. And I need to make a few things during the break to put into your inventories when the time comes.
Ooh.
Okay, cool. Easy enough. He just kind of like looks you up and down. Nice.
Any changes you think? Maybe a little gold or platinum trim to match that little scroll work and pocket square?
Well, I imagine we're probably going to be losing the trench coats once we get inside. So
that's a good point.
This is more for formality outside, letting the rich people come in and say hi before going upstairs.
Got it.
Here. And he kind of reaches into the other side and starts, he pulls out a police pad and starts scribbling some stuff down real quick. And he tears off the sheet and hands it over to you and just says, this will be your rights to bear arms. I don't know.
Oh yeah, no, I get it. Okay.
Badge for the night.
Makes sense.
Okay. And he hands over the sheet, and it looks official. Like it doesn't look like it was handwritten. It took him very little time to actually do it, but it looks like it's been printed on the sheet. That just says, like, you know, it gives some of your credentials as a security officer for him.
Hey, does Wilhelm know about this? Like, you write on a sheet and it comes out like it was type printed thing? God, that would save him a lot of time.
Yeah, no, I it's a practice that I've had. I made sure that I could make fake documentation for a very long time.
Oh, right. Sorry. I was my mind. Last few weeks, my mind's been a little weird places, so it's taken me a second. Don't worry though, I'll be sharp.
Yeah, you what if Mabel's there? What are you gonna do?
Ignore her? Oh no, trust me. I can. I already have. You should have seen it when we were down in the weird place. I walked right past her.
Okay.
No, she's closed out. Don't you worry.
Sure. We've got like 30 minutes before we're supposed to be there. You want a beer? Whiskey?
Actually, yeah, it's been a minute. I should probably have one. You know, smooth out the jingles.
Right. And he leads you around the corner, and he goes, I know a spot. And he takes you around the corner to a bar that pops out of the side of a building. Like it's like the top kind of rolls out on top with the arms articulated outward. There's a few stools that have been placed out on the sidewalk. It looks like it was built as part of the building. There's no indoor seating, and there are a few patrons currently kind of coming and going from there, walking away with cups with drinks that they just walk around town with. He buys you a couple drinks and buys himself a couple drinks.
I hand the bartender my flask and go, hey, since a lot of people are doing the walk thing, mind if you go ahead and fill that up?
Sure, no problem. And this human girl with blonde hair that's pulled up in a ponytail, steps over to the side, and you can see that she's got kind of like this apron on that covers most of her clothing, a nice short dress underneath. Nails manicured, kind of pours, looks back over her shoulder and just goes, "What you want in it?"
Well, whiskey's fine. Just mid-level, nothing too rock gut and nothing too fancy.
Understandable. And she flips out the bottle and glug, 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 fills it up.
Oh, thank you kindly. Nice nails, by the way.
Thank you.
I can never get mine done that shiny. Too much handwork.
She goes to the next patron.
Damn it. Well, cheers.
Yeah, and he raises his pint up and proceeds to chug it.
Oh, yeah, I'm right there with you.
He picks up his second drink and starts to nurse it. So, you can't talk about the funny place.
Nope.
Wilhelm can.
Yeah. I guess he's the thing that can't, it didn't work on him.
Can you give me any names involved?
I don't know. I don't know if I can.
You can't tell me. You can't just start naming off names.
I don't know. Depends. Do you want my nose to bleed right now? I'm not sure what I can say. But you already said one of them tonight.
Mac. Got it.
No.
I'm kidding. I'm joking. Mabel. Nah.
Yeah.
Well, I already knew that. I'm pretty sure I already knew that. I think Willem said something about that before. But
there's no way Wilhelm left out the whole Mabel thing.
Fucking gloating.
So she knocked you out, huh?
Yeah, actually. Real good hit. I think she was wearing the knuckles. Wasn't quite sure.
As much as you don't like her, I've always liked her. She's so fucking feisty, man.
Well, no, I liked her before all this, lying and bullshit. But damn. I mean, I knew she had a good ride on her, but ow. Like, I'm like straight up, I do not back down from fights. I don't lie. I do not boast or nothing like that. Knocked my ass clean the fuck out. One shot. I couldn't even get a hammer cocked.
Dang.
Yeah, it was pretty. Well, I didn't see it. Well, I mean, I saw the fist coming at my face, but that's about it. Yeah, knock me clean out.
She didn't try to explain it or anything?
No, it was something like, sorry, and then furry fist in my face. And then
afterward, but yeah.
Some bullshit reason, she couldn't tell me, that kind of thing.
Oh, you mean like you can't tell me?
But I could bring you in and you could find out. So she was being upfront. She could have brought me in and then I could have found out.
How'd she get involved?
I don't know. I didn't pay her no mind.
I'll ask her then. I doubt she'll tell me, but
I don't think she can. That's the thing.
Oh, man.
Yeah, Wilhelm's some fucking, I don't know, he's different. Well,
fucking
he's
blessed blood bullshit.
Yeah,
that burns.
He's different.
You know how it is.
But yeah, everybody else.
Goddamn, is he hot-headed sometimes?
I kind of feel bad for him because every single scrap we've gotten into, like, I can see him starting to light up and it starts to get real hot, but he just has not let loose.
I could take him out to the range, like, let off a little bit of steam.
Maybe, because, damn. Like,
I'll think about it after tonight.
I think, like, he twitches the wrong way and, like, a house is going to blow up or something.
Yeah, he probably ought to lessen the steam out.
Yeah, but he's the most level-headed out of most of us. So
I don't know. I think Pip's okay. He's coming.
That's why I said out of most of us. Pip, I got to tell you, I don't think he should be an intern anymore. I think he should go full badge, if you get what I'm saying. He not only single-handedly had dealt with the whole Yintris thing. That was stunning. He has come after all of us for our own safety multiple times. He's put his neck out, and quite honestly, I think he is a completely and totally, unmissable part of this team. Like, we wouldn't be half the places we were at if it wasn't for him.
Well, I guess you could just move in with him.
No, I still got my own place.
He could move in with you. I mean, you sound like you're kind of loving the guy a little hard.
Yeah, well, the thing is, he kind of leaves his stuff everywhere, and you touch something wrong, and then you get all woozy, and then he'll sit in the bathtub for an hour.
Yep.
Oh, maybe I can put a tub outside.
He's not a pet.
Well, no, we got to have separate tubs.
Why? The stuff sloughs off in the water and it goes down the drain.
Yeah, I mean, that's a good point.
I'm just saying, it might be easier for me whenever I get drunk to sleep on your couch if both of you were there, because he could hydrate us both. I'm just saying.
What? Oh, you mean go run out and yeah. Funny, I never seen him drunk.
Yeah, he doesn't really drink much, man.
You know what? Then
I've tried to buy the kid a drink or two, and he just won't take it.
I think you know what? Yeah, no,
he's as weirdly publicly straight laced as Wilhelm is, but I always see Wilhelm take a 6-pack on him. So
no, that is true. Oh, hey, by the way, coffee maker came back.
Oh,
yeah, but it ain't the same. So if you see it, pay it no mind, tell it to shoo, because I think it's got eyes in places.
Yeah, Padre gave it eyes.
No. Flimsy is no more. It flew off trying to chase somebody, and then it came back with all glowing orb magic bullshit, and fucking has a name called Gertz or something like that.
And nobody thought it was weird. Nobody did anything about it.
I was in jail, so I didn't see this whole thing go down. But apparently, from what everybody else is saying, Moose is all like, "Oh, hey, there's my friend," and just "Yep, just come on in." Yeah. Shit can get weird out there, man.
You don't have to tell me. I could talk for days.
I mean, I understand. Yeah, it's been a few years of just you, me, and Wilhelm, but damn. But
it's been around.
No, they're all good people. They're all good.
Harold's been around too. He's just, Harold. Ding.
Yeah, that is true. Yeah. No, I think everybody's real good.
All right, I'll think about it.
You want another beer?
No, we should just go.
All right, well, I'm gonna
hate every second of this. But
yeah, why are we doing this again? Well, no, I mean, I have to, but fuck.
I'm doing this because you guys are there, and apparently shady shit might be going down.
Yeah, we're supposed to watch.
Yeah. So I did a little digging myself the past couple weeks into the clientele and kind of the the catering company. Do you still have that list of names from what was his name? Jonathan's ledger?
I don't got it on me, but I'm sure either Harold or Pod's got it. Maybe Wilhelm will probably absolutely have it. He makes copies of everything.
All right. Well, do you know what time he's supposed to show up?
Probably knowing him, either 5 minutes early or 5 minutes late. Probably early. He likes to be punctual. Oh, I can give him a call.
Nah, don't worry about it. We'll find him when we find him.
All right. You think all these people are somehow involved?
I mean, if you guys are watching it and this is involved with what you've got going on, maybe.
Yeah, good point. Well, I know we can scrape one of those names off that list because we'll miss the interest.
That's fair.
Yeah.
I heard she's staying home tonight. I heard her hubby's kind of having a...
Yeah. I wonder how that lieutenant fits into all this.
He takes his drink a little bit deeper.
All right.
Sets it down on the desk, on the table, and it's about a quarter full, and just says, "All right, let's go."
Right.
What were you saying, Lieutenant?
Yeah, one of the guys was saying something about a lieutenant being involved. I don't remember his name. Something weird.
It's too bad Nick took off.
Yeah, no, that's a good point.
Have her go in there and check, but
nah, she went kind of,
Yep. Shame. And as you guys turn around the corner to where it's all going down, the uplighting on the side of the building is brilliant and bright, going upward, changing colors from time to time, as you can see a couple of kobolds kind of going by and changing out the gels very quickly. The big long red carpet goes out to the street along the sidewalk, covered by that overhang out front. The velvet railings waiting in front. There's a couple of cars that come through, drop off a couple of people, and they go in. So on and so forth. The crowd hasn't quite gathered yet, but people are starting to arrive. Wilhelm, are you there?
How early? How early is it?
Maybe 20 minutes early.
Oh yeah,
15 minutes early, somewhere in there.
I am there, and already I'm at the door, and I'm. It's Harold Johnson's +1. I don't know what else you need. He didn't give me a ticket. I don't know where he is. This is very awkward. Is there a manager or something I can speak with?
The elf that is standing behind the padding, like pulpit thing that I can't think of the name of, just like goes through the list again. And he says, "Yes, I see a Harold Johnson. I see the entire Johnson family, but I don't see anything about a +1 for Harold. And if you're his +1, it means that you must be here with him. Unfortunately."
Yes, I know. I don't know where he is. I don't understand why people just can't be where they're supposed to be on time. But I understand you're just trying to do your job. So I will just wait here. And I literally, Wilhelm just steps back 2 or 3 feet, and just stares. Waits.
As this conversation is kind of wrapping up, Weatherford and Mac come waltzing up, and Weatherford starts digging for his ticket. He reaches down inside that nice jacket, pulls out the ticket. It's a fairly nice ticket. It looks like it's actually carved from a very thin piece of Arwentinian granite, and just etched into, and it's flexible. And he just hands it over. And the elf, "Thank you, Weatherford. By all means. This your +1? Yep. Good. Enjoy your evening. You're at the top floor." And Weatherford just kind of looks over his shoulder, winks at you.
The air gets about 5 degrees hotter.
As I walk by, I say, "I don't know where he is."
And Mac and Weatherford enter in.
Yep, just very quietly. I'm just like, "I don't know where he is. Sorry, bud." Just.
Let's see.
I should have asked him about the list. Damn it.
Oh, we can just step back out. And
No,
he
no, it's
steps.
all right.
He goes ahead and steps back out, and he goes over to you, Wilhelm, and just goes, "Hey, I have a question for you before we go inside without you. While you wait for Wilhelm, while you wait for Harold." And he like pats your shoulder, teasingly. Then he just says, "Hey, did you happen to have that list from the ledger, the names from before?"
Yes, I do have a copy of it somewhere, and I feel like Pod has the ledger. No, I think it was turned into the piece, but I did make a copy. Question is, I believe it's at Harold's.
Fucking Harold. Why is he late?
This is a great question.
And you see Anita kind of like walk up, just like go by with this smaller woman.
Anita, hey Anita, yes, hello.
She completely ignores you.
Your brother. Have you? Isa.
That's rough, buddy. Need pat your shoulder a couple times.
Well, I guess I'll just, see who comes and goes out here. I mean, I guess it's out.
Okay.
I'll hand my flask to Will. In case you need it there, bud.
I appreciate it, but thank you, man.
All right. I know it's not beer, so. After you, sir.
And he just kind of nods, takes off his hat, and hangs it at the door. And Weatherford has combed his salt and pepper head very well. Very nice. It's very much slicked back.
Fancy.
So
shindig bullshit.
Hey, look, we gotta look nice for these kinds of things when you're invited personally, okay?
I ain't taking off my hat.
Don't take your hat off then. You're the fucking okay. You're my security. Leave it alone.
Supposed to look imposing, yeah.
You're good.
Right.
It's disrespectful to wear a hat inside, but that's beside the point.
Yeah, well.
Is Podrick like set up in the front of this area? Like
no, you were up top, and as like in the penthouse room. And let's we'll get to that here in a second. Wilhelm, you stand there and wait, and wait, and wait. No correspondence. You see people coming in and a few people going out. At one point, you see Pip come hopping out and kind of going for a quick run down the street for something. You speak for a couple minutes. He comes back and drops off a bottle of water and hops back inside. And eventually, the crowd begins to grow and grow and grow as you see people standing along those velvet lines waiting. As cars come pulling up, the doors open up, are opened up by various different what are they called? The concierges, very nicely dressed, similar to how Pip was, bow tie, white shirt, vest, pants, and you see a menagerie of people coming through. You see tall black minotaurs coming in dressed in flat pleated suits with bolo ties, hats on. They take them off at the door, enter in. You see a variety of different tieflings make their way in, humans, elves. You don't see any dwarves, which is a little weird, until the very end when a family of dwarves come waltzing up in a variety of different colorful dresses and suits. None of them in black and white, because screw that. Most of the male dwarves are in gold suits. Most of the women are dancing around in brightly colored dresses as they just come stumbling through like they're coming out of a party bus. Finally, the last car pulls up, and this is where everybody starts to get a little quiet. You can see a very nice Oldsmobile come driving up and stop. And the doors opened for a single person, and it is what you assume offhand is a fire genasi. And the reason why is because this massive, dark-skinned figure steps out of the car to the and the car itself kind of like rocks back as the weight is lifted off of that side, dressed in this very nice pinstripe suit, no tie, the jacket's open, his face has a crack that kind of goes like spiders along up the side of his face to his slicked back rows of dreads that look like they're made of molten lava. They kind of pour down across the back of his neck. And as he comes walking through this, he kind of takes a few moments. He looks over at the list, and he speaks to the elf quietly for a moment. Make a perception check.
Mind if I do? Better to do. All
20.
right, that is a dirty 20.
With a 20, he leans over and you just hear him say, with like this deep, almost liquid voice, just say, "So, everybody make it?" Indeed, they did, sir. The only one missing, I think, at the moment, there's two. There's Anita Johnson and Veda Bennett. The rest of the Johnson, Harold's not here either. Is that a problem? And he just says, "We'll be okay. Thank you." And he reaches into his jacket, into his vest pocket, and pulls out 30 platinum notes and just sets them on the thing and just says, "For you. Thank you so much." And he pats it a couple times, makes his way inside.
I look at the elf again. Just like just like nervously standing there.
She just very quietly takes the notes off the top and slips it into her shirt. It's really unfortunate that he's not here yet. It's been lovely getting to know you.
Meet you as well. And what was your name again? It was
Ashton Valkazar.
Yes, of course. Ashton. I promise he's not typically this late, but these rich folks, they are, come and go as they please.
You don't have to tell me.
Who was that, by the way? Oh, so well put together.
That was Mr. Normandy.
Normandy himself, okay.
I think.
And
Mr. Woodward, not Normandy, the other one.
Mr. Woodward.
Mm-hmm.
That is the artist, yeah?
No, the husband.
Husband.
Harris.
Dating fellow.
He's very, very sweet, though. He's always been very kind.
Yes, and very concerned with the guest list, yeah? I guess that could be typical for this sort of event.
Usually. I was here for his the last unveiling. A couple of years back. It was much smaller. And he always gives me 30 platinum. It's nice.
Yeah. It was a long way.
Pays rent.
Does he typically have a particular list like this?
It's usually the same grouping, though a few names change from time to time.
Great. All right, well,
this is a bigger one for some reason. I assume it's probably a bigger piece of art.
Yeah, I am. Are you a fan of this Argentinian granite? Have you seen? I am not familiar with the artwork.
I'm not very familiar with the artwork either, but I do know that portions of our great hotel here has been made out of Argentinian granite. The ballroom in 1432 has a nice Argentinian granite stage.
Stage itself, I'll have to see for myself. You are quite knowledgeable. How long have you worked here?
Oh, I've been here for 15 years.
Well, I don't. I'm not nearly as well off as my friends there, but thank you for your time and your patience.
Can I get you a drink? It seems.
I have a water right here. My one of the waiters was kind enough to drop it off to me out here.
Right.
But thank you. I appreciate you. But yeah, and I'll slip him 20 gold notes.
Thank you.
Yes, of course. I'm sure my friend will be here any minute.
And with that, I think we're at a good point to take a break so we can get Harold in here, huh?
Yeah, sounds good.
10 minutes.
All right, guys. Thank you. Give us 10. We'll be right back. Make sure you spend your elf eggs if you got them. Mr. Woodward. Yeah, spend your elf eggs. 300 to win Crazy Alien tonight. And, of course, 2,000 for the dice giveaway tomorrow. So, see you in a bit.
So white and rim so bright. And now, ladies and gentlemen, your attention.
Don't ever neglect the cold. At the very first sign of a cold, get after it immediately with the faster.
Welcome back to Kasmar Radio. All jazz, all day. I've got some good... Wait, you're back? Back, baby! What are you doing? Go! Welcome to Kasmar, city on the move. Last week, our dear Dicks returned home, and they schemed and they planned, and this nice little nurse lady even went shopping with a friend. We'll see how much art gets revealed this week on A Sinner's Dream.
I like it.
So good.
I like it.
So good. So good.
The Millennial Elder Dragon.
I like it.
I like it.
It works.
Hey, we're back.
And we're
Yay!
Hey,
Like
we found
like
Harold.
Backstreet,
And by
we
the
are
way,
back.
Harold, about goddamn time. I've been out here all night.
So Harold, let's just jump right back into it. Yeah, let's not even go through all the different.
Look,
ads that we're
everybody,
supposed
he's
to go
here.
through. I mean, you know, Foundry, Forge, Heavy Arms.
Don't do it after the
Harold.
break, anyways. You silly
Yeah,
goose.
what the hell?
So,
Well,
your
you know,
host.
I forgot who the sponsors were, so he had to remind me. You know,
Listen, plug them if you got them. That's not a good one.
wait a minute. What are we plugging again?
Apparently, anything you've got.
Say that louder for the guy with the guns.
That's how I do it.
And we've broken the DM. I've been back for 7 minutes, and I have broken Chuck Baker.
That ain't too hard.
True. So Harold,
Sound like Foghorn
I
Leghorn
gave
here.
everybody about 2 hours to prep beforehand. What would Harold have done before we go to this big art reveal?
Harold 100% would have spent the last hour and a half straightening the same bow tie and retying it compulsively in the mirror, because he wears a real bow tie and not like one of the zipper bow ties or clip-on bow tie kind of things. So he has actually spent an hour and a half tying and retying his bow tie over and over again until he gets it exactly perfect, which, you know, of course looks pretty great now. But he that is why he is so late to the party and why poor Wilhelm has been waiting outside.
So what's he wearing tonight to this shindig? Is there anything different about his attire than the usual?
No, his closet is like the closet from Dexter's lab. It's literally like 80 pairs of the same suit, like 80 sets of the same clothing just lined up in a closet.
Uniform.
Yeah.
He just pulled out the one he wears the least, so it's the crispest.
Exactly. This is Harold's occasion suit, and that is no different in appearance to his
It even
daily
says it
suit.
it even says it on a special tag that he sewed in on the inside of the jacket. Occasion.
Yes, it says occasion suit.
A Wednesday night occasion suit.
You are muted, JD.
I said Wednesday night occasion suit.
Anyway, so you come you come barreling out of the cab about 15 minutes late. And you can just see in front of this massive skyscraper the golden lights, the golden Art Deco-esque feel going all the way up it, uplit by multicolored changing lights. As you can see, kobolds running by with different colored gels, swapping them out rapidly, trying to keep it somewhat festive before everybody shows up. Or as everybody shows up, I should say. Wilhelm is standing near the concierge pulpit thing that I can never remember the name of. And there's a nice elf that has been chatting with him. What are you going to do?
But, I mean, I would see him coming and immediately be off. There he is. Oh, God, I knew he'd be here. Ashton, thank you so much. Harold! Over here!
Oh, yes, Wilhelm. Good to see you.
Yes, sir. You know, this thing was at 8 o'clock, yeah?
Yes, well, I had a bit of trouble with my wardrobe.
Really, you look great. So, anyways, fruitful so far, at least. Anyway, we should get inside. So the rest of everyone else is inside.
Right on then.
Ashton, this is Harold Johnson. Harold, do you have your ticket?
Yes. And pulls out its invitation.
So you pull out that thin Arwentinian granite piece that has been shaved off the top, etched in with the invitation to the Johnson family. You hand it over. She just takes it and slips it into a thing and just puts a little placard up on top that just says be back in 10. And she just says, thank you guys. I need to go to the restroom now. And she proceeds.
A female? I thought it was a male. It was a female Ashton?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Before she leaves, I'm just gonna look at Harold and be like, Harold, tip the lady, would you? Be rude.
No, it appears she scurried off to the restroom before I could.
She waited all this time, and clearly she had to go.
Harold will leave behind a highly inappropriate amount of gold because he doesn't understand money. No, let's figure out.
1 gold note.
11 gold notes.
8%.
Nice.
11 gold
8%. 11 gold notes. All right. So
I rolled a d20. I mean, the dice have spoken.
Where are you gonna slip that 11 gold notes in?
Is there like a
slip it on
podium
top
or something?
Yeah, the podium that she's been standing behind this entire time.
Is there a guest book in the podium?
Yeah.
Harold will write next to Harold's name in the guest book. He'll draw a little arrow, put the money there, and then close the guest book.
Okay, cool. Make a perception check as you're doing that, please.
I love how Harold's just like a functioning nightmare.
Hey, there's a little bit of our characters in all of us, okay? Justin is also a functioning nightmare. That's a 19 plus 9, baby. 28.
4 names jump out to you as you're writing your drawing the arrow down in the guest book. Scotty O'Hale.
I swear to God, if one of them is Tanneal interest, I'm gonna freaking kill you.
Nope. Scotty O'Hale, Vernon Malty, just the name Senior, and G. Pearson.
And why, pray tell, do those names jump out at me?
I will then lean over to Harold. Okay, as a way.
I know exactly why those names jump out at me. Never mind.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, Weatherford was asking about the list of buyers at the journal. You remember?
Yes, in fact, as we walk away, not like keeping by the podium. In fact, several members of that list happen to be here this evening. And I'll share the names.
Scotty O'Hale, Vernon Multy, Senior, G. Pearson. So, as you enter into this immaculate space, the liminal lines of Art Deco just kind of like scattering on in just straight lines in various directions, you find your way over to the elevator and head your way up into the party itself. As the elevator takes its sweet time to get into up to the penthouse, it takes an unbearable amount of time as it slowly creaks its way upward.
Harold's just like checking his pocket watch and kind of casually just, well, Wilhelm, your day, how was it?
It was fine. Primarily, it was. I feel like all of it was waiting around for you outside, but, yeah.
Right.
I don't know.
Yes. Sorry
Nobody
about
ever
that.
asked me that question.
Also, sorry about that.
The
That's a
elevator
terrible
attendant
thing to
just
have
kind
to
of
say.
It
What,
just kind
would
of
you
like
like
looks into
me
a
to
corner.
ask how your day is too?
No, it's quite all right. Fine.
Well, now I must know.
No, just your typical elevator wizard. It's fine.
What would an atypical elevator wizard be?
That is an excellent
Usually
question.
they're
Do you
dressed
know?
in red.
And what is this man?
What are they dressed in?
He's dressed in like green robes that just go straight. He's incredibly out of place. His hair is curling down over his shoulders. This like gray curls just going over the top of this green robe that's just nice, and it looks like it was probably pressed. You can see a little bit of mustard on one corner near like on his chest that he apparently hasn't caught onto yet. There's a staff in hand that's got a gnarled top, big pointed green hat, as he's just holding his staff upward.
Have you worked there long?
Far too long, if I say so myself. Some would call it an age.
Got a bit of schmutz on yourself there. I don't know if anyone.
What? And he drops the staff down, and the elevator comes to a stop as he just he snaps away, and the little bit of schmutz just goes up against the wall, and he just goes.
Yeah. Yes. Good.
Damn it! He smacks it, and the schmutz just
It's
disappears.
embarrassing. I know. I would want someone to tell me.
And he raises his staff back up, and it begins to rise.
Right then. I feel like in another universe, as Harold is like asking nicely how his day is when he's not answering the question, there's just like necrotic energy built in. How was your day?
Well, so I mean, Harold, how was your day? I guess it's productive.
I'd say so. I've managed to tie my tie correctly. That's always a step in the right direction.
It's kind of just one end over the other, you know.
I'm sorry. Is something wrong with it?
No. This has been fun for me.
He drops the staff down as it kind of goes slowly to a creaking stop. He says, "Penthouse!" And he smacks the door with his staff. All of you have experienced this at this point, as the door is kind of ding into this massive room. Large pillars, 6 large pillars line the room in almost a bit of a hallway-esque space that kind of opens up to a large fixture in the middle of the room that is currently covered by a massive drape. The room is packed full of people drinking, having themselves a good time. The moonlight from above is shining down through an entirely glass ceiling. The uplighting that is supposed to be covering all of the pillars is a bit off, just slightly askew in a couple of different directions, but it is, linear. It's correct. It's perfect. There's the occasional tink of glass, the occasional uproarious laughter from a group of people that have gathered together, and there are tables that are lining either side with various different pieces of smaller artwork. There are a few what look like sculptures made out of food, like they've got like shish kebab type hors d'oeuvres that have been stabbed into wooden structures that now have pieces of them missing. As you can see, various different waiters going through and just quickly refilling them as people kind of dissipate from the tables and go back. You can see a few waiters walking around with trays of drinks that people occasionally grab one off of. Welcome to the party. What would you like to do?
Well,
first, Harold will tip the elevator wizard 16 gold notes.
Yes, thank you.
I've decided this is how I'm tipping everyone from now on in game.
Very even number.
I think you would look wonderful in red or blue.
How dare you?
I didn't.
Pay no mind to him. He doesn't quite understand these things. He will, but not yet.
Red elevator wizard. Tink! And he smashes the staff into the door as it slams
Good
closed.
day, sir. I didn't get a harumph out of you.
I hate this place already.
Yes, I have a bit of disdain for all this high society nonsense myself.
As you kind of say that, you hear this soft, Harold, it's how good of you to come. And you can hear your mother's voice just kind of like ring out over the crowd ever so slightly as she comes waltzing up, maybe about a half an inch shorter than Harold. Her hair has been braided down and across one shoulder, down across her chest, with a bit of a nice evening gown that is sparkling in dark blue. And she has this nice pearl necklace that just kind of dots along the nape of her neck as she just comes over and wraps an arm around your shoulder and gives you the 2 kisses on either side.
Ah, yes, mother dear.
You're late.
Wilhelm, this is my mother, Ivana.
Pleasure.
Mrs. Johnson, an absolute pleasure to meet you. Wilhelm Weisskirchen, I will take her hand and...
Trevor's gone.
How delightful. Have you... She looks over at you, Harold, and just goes, have you seen your sister?
I'm sure I will find Anita around here somewhere.
I did see Anita earlier, Mrs. Johnson. She did, and she entered with perhaps a friend of hers. I think I did not get a good look.
Oh, she came in? I missed her. And she just kind of like looks across the crowd and you can see her searching. Oh well. Enjoy yourself,
Vader, I believe.
And she just kind of like waltzes away, the gown kind of flowing ever so gently behind her as she disappears back into the crowd.
Wretched woman.
Harold, I sense that same disdain for your family, but I have always been envious of how close you all are.
I don't doubt that there are worse family situations in the world than mine. They're just a bit... I guess pretentious is the beginning of the right word.
Just, there are definitely worse situations.
That is to be sure.
Given any of this, it's, factual to begin with, so who knows? Maybe none of them are actual situations at all.
Yes, perhaps my parents are not monsters if they are not my parents.
Right. the burden of a memory given to you, a story someone else has written. Yeah.
I'm beginning to come around to your way of thinking about all this.
I guess it's if nothing matters.
As long as my grandparents aren't here, there shouldn't be an issue.
Are you going to look for them? Roll a perception check.
I am going to actively hope they're not here. I would like to roll this with disadvantage, if you'll allow it.
Be my guest.
Son of a bitch. It's a fucking 19.
What is wrong with your grandparents?
I pray you don't have to find out.
As you kind of very cursory glance across the room, it's not your grandparents you see first. You see your dad, Noah, with his hair slicked back off to the side, nice suit, very similar to yours, but just a little bit more open. The bow tie replaced by a nice bolo tie, as he is currently speaking with someone about something and giving the odd kind of laugh that you fucking loathe in the room. And like that catches your attention. You have to stutter step as you like go past them, and you can see in one of the corners of the room, you see both Holden and Lavina sitting in a set of chairs that are high-backed and very nice, with a bunch of other elderly folk, both of them very nicely, put together for the night, currently just gossiping with the elder generation in the room. Also
pay close attention. If
you also happen to catch Weatherford speaking with someone with a glass, with like a one of the flutes in his hand, speaking with someone off to the side. He's got like he's got the coat gone, and all he's in is that vest with the white shirt that's been rolled up in the sleeves, that tie that goes straight down. You can see the bit of paisley on the interior. Weatherford's dressed pretty nice tonight. In fact, it looks like he almost fits in with the crowd. It's uncanny. And you can see Mac just standing behind him,
seething, just trying to have no facial
heat waves in the desert road, just radiating out.
Yeah. The last thing Harold will kind of say in this scene to Wilhelm is, Wilhelm, look closely. If you'd like to see why I loathe this level of society so much, there's my father, Noah, and my grandparents, Holden and Lavina Johnson. Pay attention, you'll figure it out. And he'll kind of try to fold into the crowd in the way that Harold does. Okay. If I can roll stealth to avoid my family.
Sure.
Natural 20. on the Harold dice, no less.
I guess the 19 worked out for you then, so you know how to avoid them.
I mean,
yeah,
exactly.
Lovely
people. I don't know what you. Harold?
As he
That's a 25 total.
As he disappears into the crowd, you hear the ding of the elevators. You can hear a familiar voice speak out from behind you, Wilhelm, as you hear Anita just come like stumbling in, and she just says, "We've arrived!" And Veda is there with her kind of off to the side, and she's just like looking around, holding a leather clutch in hand.
Anita, your brother was just here. I don't know where he is on off to, but a pleasure to see you as usual.
And she does the kiss on either side of the cheek, on either side of the face. It's a pleasure to see you as well. You can smell the martini on her breath.
Well, I find myself a little unprepared for this event, I guess.
It's you and Veda would get along splendidly if that's the case.
Speaking of that, why don't we head to the bar, get a drink?
Yes, I like this idea.
I will take her at arm and lead her, and as I pass by, Wilhelm just say, "I don't know who you are, but she needs water stat. Help me out, please."
Yes, I will look it down at the water bottle that's empty now that I have. That probably makes two of us. Wilhelm, by the way.
Data. Bennett.
Pleasure. Yes. So I guess we will make our way to the bar.
Okay. Over at the bar, you find that there is a very nice ice sculpture of an almirage that has been meticulously worked here, with the large horn pointing out over the top of the crowd, just blown up to way too large proportions. You can see a variety of different little cups that have been that have punch poured in them, a variety of different other drinks that have been kind of swung across, and you can see Podrig just standing there holding a tray of vodka drinks.
Hello. Just sort of side-eye Pod and.
Are you thirsty?
We need some water, sir. Do you know where we could find any?
I believe there's some water at the bar, but if it is vodka you were looking for, that I can help you with.
It is not.
And there's a goblin that's standing there beside him in like a nice, just a similarly dressed, and he just goes, I can get you some water, and he just slaps the tray down on the on the table and just takes off.
I take the tray and I just kind of look around. Is the guy still watching me? Down my.
The gold dragonborn?
Yeah.
Oh, he's sitting in a booth that's off in a corner, just watching the entire thing with a single person. That looks like they may be working something. It's kind of hard to tell what they're working behind that booth. Directly next to them is the quartet of stringed instruments that are currently like playing soft music in the background.
All right.
You look ill. Are you fine? Are you well?
Me?
Yes.
Yes, I'm quite well, thank you. I'm just simply working here for the evening, and I kind of lean in towards.
I'm afraid you do look a little unwell. Are you okay?
You're sweating at your brow a little bit.
Nita leans down to Veda and just says, "This is Podrig. This is one of the people that my brother tends to work with in his fun things."
Oh, you know Harold.
Right, well, I was trying to keep a cover, but this works too. Hello?
Not Richard, just to be clear, not Richard. And she takes one of the cups and just fucking downs it and takes the next one and just takes off into the crowd. Disappearing.
Not my circus, not my monkeys, not my
Yeah,
circus.
I know, Podrick gets very embarrassed. Yeah, he works here for extra money sometimes.
Yes,
he doesn't want anyone around the office to know.
It's kind of a secret, but... Thank you. But I do
work
lean
at
in
the hospital,
between.
I understand.
Oh, hospital. I was just there not too long ago.
I too was just there.
I was going to visit a friend. Well, it is good to see you, and if you want something to drink, please have a vodka. It would be
The goblin pops up and he just sets like a massive bucket of water on the counter that sloshes a bit, and he says, "I got the water."
I don't think we need that much, but she will take the vodka drink, just slosh it down her throat really quickly, and then kind of scoop a bit of water instead. And we'll find Anita eventually.
I'll just fill that same bottles
Hopefully.
that I had. I'll just fill it up. Thank you, and I'll take 10 gold notes and give them to the goblin.
He slaps the table and pulls it in.
I didn't know Harold had friends. He'd never mentioned you before.
If a work acquaintance, I would say, more than anything. I don't know that Harold would consider us friendly. I mean, we are friendly, but...
I mean, not that he can't
so
have
are you friends or not?
He seems to be quite, quite
I mean, I think I just explained that. You know, like, we're good work acquaintances. Yeah, I mean, so... We've known each other for some time, but I'm not... This is the first party I've ever been invited to, if that means...
Have you never been to a party before? Well, they're dreadful.
No,
At least it's in an art gallery, though. I do like art, but...
yes,
not so
I am. Are you knowledgeable about Argentinian granite?
The granite, not so much, but she gestures around at the... we're in an art gallery, correct?
Yeah.
Just the paintings along the wall. Just, I like art. Not so much sculpture, but paintings, watercolors.
But do you know much? But you're not familiar with this particular sculptor?
No, I've heard his name, but I don't really. Yeah,
Would you mind entertaining, I guess, a curious mind for a bit, and I would love to know more about this Woodward. I am finding myself a bit lacking.
Oh well, I've heard he works in just a mix of organic lines, hard lines, just very masculine, feminine, the material, the esoteric. It's very fascinating, really.
What would you say? Would you say his influences are?
Well,
You can roll a history check if you'd like.
that would be lovely. That would be lovely. But I think I'm trying not to bring in real people here.
Yeah, sorry. This is actually a point of interest for Wilhelm. I'm not just torturing.
Oh, that works. Yeah, 23. Mm-hmm.
With a 23, a lot of his work is actually typically very abstract.
Mm-hmm.
His influences are, well, give me a moment. We've got a Phoebe Sutherland, who used to do a bunch of abstract paintings of sorts. A Kelly Wilkins that used to do a variety of different sculpting art, mostly clay work more than anything else. But for the most part, it was just it was very fluid. She didn't ever really do any sort of like pots or anything like that. But she would still paint it like it was like a piece of pottery. Those are the two main that you're aware, main influences that you're aware of. Mm-hmm. For instance, Phoebe did a lot of bright colors, which would explain his use of Arwentinian glass. You're not really sure where his influence in using Arwentinian glass came from, but finding another medium while using the influence of someone in a similar medium is not uncommon. So,
yeah, she starts talking about Miss Phoebe and just kind of quickly it's rather this just mystical energy, really. It's very grid-like, but it's also just like this universal balance of forces, and there's just this organic nature to it when you stare at it very long, and things start to blend.
Are you under the impressions that these the artistic capabilities are granted, like some sort of divinity?
Oh no, I think anything can be taught.
So I've always found that, particularly in these conceptual pieces, that it stems from some sort of inner conflict, the duality or the struggle of man.
Well, yes, a starving artist. Well, I think trauma can bring together a lot of new ideas, but...
What about Mr. Woodward? Did he have any serious trauma, or do you know much of his life prior to...
Oh, I don't know much about him. There are lots of rumors, though. There's rumors that he made his doll out of like an ex-girlfriend's just paper mache and carried it around with him. I don't believe that, though. I don't think that's quite true.
Starving artist, so I have to
say...
Well,
you live in obscurity, people start to get a little...
The goblin kind of like elbows your knee, Padraig, and he just goes,
I fucking love doing these parties. People talk about the weirdest shit.
I know, it's so strange. I seem to I'm just listening to them talk, and I understand about half of what they're saying.
My mind has opened exponentially to the possibilities of art tonight.
My friend, I have to tell you, I've always liked starving artists. It's the ones that wake up every day and make things and seem to be happy that drive me crazy.
Yes, I agree. I wouldn't...
Did you just say you prefer when artists are starving?
No. Stay on the struggle bus, please.
Padre just looks down at the vodka, takes a shot, and walks over to the bar to refill the drinks.
Okay.
I believe there's some pamphlets or a plaque or something if you'd like to read more about it.
Yes, of course. Please direct me.
All right. We're going to move away from this for a moment. Pip.
Yes.
You have been sitting in this room with this massive wine rack full of vintage wines for hours at this point. No calls in the dumbwaiter whatsoever. What have you done over the course of the past 2 hours?
Well, he's already gone through one of his canteens. Just drinking out of boredom, really. He has discovered behind two sections of wine. There's apparently a part of the wall that has tally marks on it, like almost like someone's been waiting there. He's like, I don't know if that's hours or days, but either way, it's sad. So he just adds 2 tally marks. At some point, he goes and opens up the dumbwaiter and like looks up, like maybe it's broken.
The dumbwaiter is like you are at the top of the dumbwaiter.
Looks down. It's like, is it broken? I don't know.
Darkness below. And as you're kind of like looking down, the rope begins to.
Finally, movement. I'm just ready. Like my muscles are tense, ready.
As it comes up to the top, it's very small. It's probably only just big enough for your head to actually fit in there. You can never actually put wine. You can never actually fit a full bottle in there. And it just has a small card that's been placed in the center, and it just says 4 bottles.
Awesome. I will grab one. Have I seen Pitt at all?
No, he doesn't show up.
Awesome. Super cool. I will grab 4 bottles. Yeah. Take off.
All right. So as you take off to 1432,
heading off to 1432. And the whole time Pitt's running 1432, 1432, 1432. Until he's around someone, and then he like ducks down and he's like all stealthy.
Make a stealth check for me, please.
Yeah, of course, naturally. Sorry, it's black dice. It's very hard to
Watch this time. It's like a 9.
22.
No.
It was 12. Yeah, it was a 12 though.
So with the 22, easy enough. I mean, once you get down the elevator, down 4 floors.
3 floors.
3 floors? Yeah, 3 floors.
Gotcha, fam. 17.
Thanks.
We're good.
That's right, because it's 16 plus the penthouse.
I wrote it down. It's good.
Appreciate.
Pip's ready.
As you get down to the 14th floor, it's an empty hallway. It looks like just a simple, classic hallway of a hotel. There's a bit of a bend around the corner at the far end. Doors on either side. You take your time kind of reading through. You get down to the 32nd room, and the 32nd room actually has 3 sets of doors, and it looks like it may enter into a bit of a almost like an almost auditorium-esque room. And you see the doors open up as you see a human man dressed nicely. Looks like he should be up at the party. Fur in line, currently just like holding a glass that's empty. His hair is split down the center on either side. Small mustache that kind of curls out at the end. About time that you got here with the wine. And he opens up the door.
So sorry, let me put these down and I'll fill that right up for you.
As you enter into the room, it's fairly large. Probably something in the realm of 150 foot wide, another 75 foot deep, and there is a large stage at the center of the back of the room. There's curtains that look like they may cover something, but there's not. You can tell that it just goes up against the wall with the way that the air is kind of like fluttering. 2 fans spinning overhead. It's hitting up against the wall on the backside. Chairs have been set up in rows on either side. A few people are kind of dotting the space. A table off to the right with a bunch of glasses, and you can already see a couple of bottles that have been emptied over in this space. And on the stage is another podium with a half-elven man currently standing there in a vest and a white shirt, no tie, and currently going over a list of things. And there's a door off to the right by the tables. You can see a few people, the people that are here, each of them have a paddle in hand that has a number on it. Seems like you've come into some sort of auction, and you drop your bottles off.
Open them up. I'll use the cheese knife I stole from somewhere. Pop the cork out, fill up that guy's drink real quick.
Thank you.
Of
And
course.
he begins sipping it. This is a good year.
I will start walking around trying to like look at people, but I will start filling up glasses.
As you're kind of like getting a grip on who's here, there is an Aarakocra woman that has bright red feathers that kind of go a bit stiff along her neck, dressed in a nice white dress that is currently just going through like a notebook that's about the size, yay big. Currently just kind of going through it and writing some notes down, looking about the room occasionally. And as you come by, she's thank you, and she takes her wine and proceeds to take a few sips. One of the other figures that catches your attention is actually a Kenku, currently sitting at the far corner alone, like purposefully away from everyone. He's got a few white feathers that are kind of going in a single streak along the right side of his head. Sitting there, just kind of swinging his feet down at the bottom, because his feet don't quite reach the floor from the chair. And as you pour him some wine, he just says, "Thank you." Takes his drink and starts sipping on it and kind of gurgling a bit. You see another human man, blonde, that's thinning on top. He's also got kind of like that thin mustache going down and across. You can see the mutton chop starting to come down thick here. He's thick on bottom, thin on top. A little bit older, maybe 55. His suit is not as well maintained currently, just sitting there, waiting patiently. And as you give him a drink, he gives you a gold note as a tip. Let's see. Yeah, those are the ones that you're going to catch of note in the room that are kind of sitting alone. The rest are all currently kind of like with people, turning away from a drink for the most part.
Perfect. Once everybody's kind of got their bottles, and once, like, basically as soon as I get the first side eye for like, why is he still here? That's what I'll do.
Okay. The first one to do so is the Aarakocra woman.
There you go. Back up to my lowly little room.
Okay, great.
While I was there, was anything being auctioned off? Did anything get brought out or anything like that?
It doesn't seem like it's been started yet. No.
And have I seen Pitt at all in the room? Is he the hors d'oeuvres? I don't know.
As you enter into the room, he is currently like fingering, you see like this red grung currently fingering a bottle and like spinning it on the rack. And he doesn't even like register that you've entered into the room as he pulls it slowly off. And he looks over his shoulder the wrong direction, and then he looks at you and he just stops mid-pull.
Hello.
Hey. Hello.
He slowly slides it back in.
How's it going?
It's going fine.
I'm Dip.
Hit.
Nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you too.
Who made the tally marks?
No idea.
Cool.
Mm-hmm.
What you doing?
Nothing.
Makes you feel better. I don't care what you do.
And he just like relaxes immediately. The shoulders loosen, and he just goes,
"You want a drink? Please tell me you want a drink."
And he pulls the bottle off and starts like pulling the cork out.
Oh, here, use the cheese knife, but I'm good.
He takes it, stabs it in, and pops it off, and just immediately starts drinking from the bottle.
I'm gonna be of no use tonight.
Solid.
I love this guy so much.
That's cool. Rough day.
I'm
Anything
pretty
happen?
sure this dude worked for me like 2 or 3 years ago.
We all know exactly. We all have a name for this exact person.
I 100% fucking fired this guy from the Asbury like 2 years ago.
It's our previous intern.
It's so good.
Rough night? Anything happen?
No.
Okay, how long you been doing this?
Few years.
So it just kind of eats at you, huh? First day?
No, it's just really boring because they don't ever ask for any bottles.
Oh, okay. Cool.
I think I've taken a bottle all of like 4 times out of the 30 some odd events I've done.
Nice. I will hide the quirk that I had.
It just keeps drinking.
Yeah. Okay, cool, man. Okay.
Over the course of the next hour, you find out that Pitt is from a clutch of eggs that is very tight-knit, though his mother has died in recent, probably 3 years ago at this point, and he's still taking it kind of hard. But he does this job just to make sure that his bills are paid, because it pays decent. And he lives with a bunch of other groans.
Solid.
Mm-hmm.
Cool.
So
eventually we'll take up taking turns throwing the knife at the wall.
Oh, he's terrible at it.
Yeah, it's
It
Brad.
just, like-
I will deliberately do worse.
Every
match.
once in a while, it'll stab in whenever he does it, and it doesn't. Yeah. I like
Chat,
it,
you-
Pip.
Getting really good at this.
I don't know about good, but
It's pretty impressive. Took me a long time to get one to stick.
eh.
Yep. Okay.
And out in the main room, what would you guys like to do at this point? Now the party is yours. Feel free to move about the room, find who you would like to find, talk to who you would like to talk to.
Are any of Harold's immediate family members do they all look like they're in? Do any of them look like they're in this auction bit?
Make an insight check.
Come on, Harold Dice. Get in the friggin' dice box.
Get in your home.
12. Are you too good for your home? 12 plus something. Hold on. 12 plus the things. Insight. 6 is 18.
18?
Skill monkey wizard. Woo!
It's odd. You catch Pip leaving at one point, just barely out of the corner of your eye. And whenever he comes back, you see this red, eventually, like an hour and a half later, a red grung comes out with a couple of bottles and starts like stumbling around. And you see the gold dragonborn kind of having a hard time, but you catch that your brother, Richard, who's been fairly silent for the night, has kind of disappeared from the room. You just barely caught him at one point, and then he comes back for an undeterminable amount of time. He's acting a little weird. You've seen this look on him before.
First of all, I just have to say, red grung. Then we can move forward.
He's got a family at home, so I think he'll be the first to be murdered.
Now we can move on. Harold, what? I've seen this look before. When?
In situations where he would sneak off to do things like prank your sister, or to go and dig through Dad's whiskey cabinet, or whenever he would go and attempt to prank your grandmother by putting a whoopee cushion underneath the thing, or he's a bit of a trickster, but he also he grew out of that over the years and into what you know him as now. And he's still got he's always had that one tell where he kind of like cocks his eyebrow and looks to his left before he does what he's going to do.
Richard, always getting yourself into some kind of mischief. And I will try to sneakily observe him.
Okay. I'm just going to roll over your really high roll from earlier. He is currently going about the room, speaking to a variety of different people that you would recognize. Marty and Simon Fitzroy, the Himbo brothers that tend to show up to these things. Like if there was an analog to who they are in real life, they're like the Paris Hilton brothers of this event. They're rich for no fucking reason. Occasionally,
So they don't run a massive hotel chain.
They don't.
Okay.
Not yet.
They're more like the Barney Stinsons then.
Fair. Occasionally,
no one has any idea what the fuck they do for a living.
He spends an extended amount of time with Chloe Mitchell flirting. Before he makes his way out of the room and to the elevator. Are you going to follow him?
As the elevator door is closing, Harold will kind of do the, oh, wait, hold, please.
And you hear the wizard inside just kind of, and, bink. And you can see your brother standing there. His hair is kind of in a bit of a coif.
I will pretend to look surprised. Oh, Richard. Lovely to see you.
Harry.
I do so hate it when you call me that.
Can I help you?
I just needed a breath of fresh air. I was going to take the elevator down.
Very well. I'm mistaken, sir. I don't need to go anywhere. And he pats the wizard on the shoulder and kind of like bumps shoulders with you as he goes by you back into the room.
Chill touch. No, just kidding. Yes. Dick. And he will head down the elevator so as not to make it suspicious.
Okay.
And then head back up within the next 5 or so minutes.
While you're gone, as you all are about the room for the most part, you hear a loud ting 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 as you see the massive Genasi figure standing near the cloaked fixture in the center of the room. And the crowd kind of quiets down a bit as he steps up. Thank you all for joining us this evening for my husband's grand reveal. And everybody just kind of soft claps in the room. I hope everyone has enjoyed their hors d'oeuvres, wine, whiskey, vodka, whatever your choice drink has been. Unfortunately, I have not seen hide nor hair of my husband. At this point, Veda, you feel a presence kind of pop up next to you, and there's a human man currently standing there in just a white t-shirt with jeans. And he's got a bit of scruff around the edges of his face. Blonde hair kind of combed over, slick. He just leans over and just goes, "Wait till he finds out that I'm here."
Secret safe with me, don't worry.
Thank you. And he just goes, "Now then, this grand sculpture has taken us the better part of 3 weeks to make over the course of a few different business proposals, and also a couple of years of work getting those proposals together." And he laughs, and as he does, the crowd kind of laughs along with him, all fake chortling, of course. And he goes, "We'll be taking our normal offers here on the display once the reveal is complete." And without further ado, and he reaches over and grabs a hold of this cloth and yanks, and as he does, it kind of flutters over the top, and it's stunning. It's as if there's a splash of glass that has gone up in a bit of a curve upward, that has multicolored strings of light and even small bits of stone that you can still see kind of rocketing through it in a variety of different directions, patterns that just kind of look like it would shatter the glass if it were so much as even touched. The glass itself curling in on itself in a bit of a wave. And in the center of that this sculpture, you can see what looks like almost this off-centered, almost melting humanoid-esque figure that's really hard to even gather that it looks humanoid, kind of leaning to the side, missing an arm, barely standing on one leg, as they are currently like holding each other close on like holding the legs close together at the base where it connects with the entirety of the rest of this sculpture. Then you can hear the crowd just kind of go, ooh.
I make a perception, insight, or something.
Same.
How
are you going to get? Are you going to get like really close to look, or it's just like a general look?
So is it apparent enough to me that there is some sort of humanoid shape to this thing?
In the center, yeah, no, it's apparent to everybody.
I would say immediately I'm starting to get a little fiery.
Okay. And he just kind of he steps forward, his dreads burning a little bit hotter on his shoulders, as he just yells out, his throat glowing ever so slightly, as he just says, "Let the bidding begin. The starting price is on the first line. Enjoy yourselves. I'm gonna go find my husband." And he just kind of like waltzes off. You can feel the weight of him around these people as they kind of like gravitate towards him. The crowd begins to move in as the crowd begins to speak back up again, the chatter getting a little bit more lively. Some people kind of like just, oh, that's nice, and kind of going about what they were doing here more for the party than they are the art.
I'm going to lean over to Willem and say, I have a paddle. Do you think I should bid on it? It's quite interesting, don't you think?
Yes.
The figure hears this and kind of leans over and goes, "Actually, it's more of a silent auction situation."
Oh.
I'm gonna go in and write your offer.
Oh.
So, did I overhear him earlier?
I don't think you would have heard. Make a perception check.
In the crowd, maybe. Yeah.
A little distracted as well, yeah.
Make it a disadvantage then.
Perhaps I can. Perhaps I can't. I don't know.
Maybe.
Okay. Anyways, yeah, it is interesting, and for you, I guess Veda, Wilhelm's eyes are like a bright amber at this point.
I got you. Hold on.
Is Woodward the art? That's the artist.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So he was one that was announcing the auction. As well.
No, that was the husband of Mr. Woodward.
It was the husband of Mr. Woodward. Okay.
You had the artist sneakily talking to you.
Yeah, that was Mr.
Okay. There's two Mr. Woodwards now. Okay.
With an 8, I'd say no.
At this point, Podrick would probably return with more glasses of vodka, if the bar would give them to him.
Yeah, absolutely.
And, just stand back in front of the statue. That's it.
He, the figure reaches over. He's a little bit thinner than your average person. With a bit of a spindly hand, he grabs one of the glasses of vodka and kind of pours it into one of the cups of punch. Thank you.
What was your husband like? What was his inspiration for the sculpture? I'm quite fascinated.
This one?
Yes.
No.
My family would be interested. I don't think we have quite enough money, but if the bids stay low, then maybe.
Do we have to talk about the art? Can we talk about something else?
Yeah, in an art gallery, but she just kind of like looks around like panically, like I don't know what to talk about.
Yes, and Veda, I am Sorry, it seems we've both been deserted by a Johnson this evening, so it is a bit awkward.
You both lost your Johnsons?
Yes, we are both find ourselves Sans or Johnson-less for the...
Oh.
Second
Sad
martini,
day
y'all.
indeed.
Just second martini of the night. Just
You lost your Johnson and Johnson.
Just brilliant.
But I have
Johnson and Johnson, a family
oh
company.
boy.
I am more than willing to accompany you if you are in need. Otherwise, if this is a friend of yours, of course I can excuse myself.
No, please stay. I'm just here to observe. He just kind of like looks around the room.
I am sorry. I'm
Hold on,
so
Dylan.
rude-
Was
so
that a
rude.
WD-40?
Oh my. Oh, it's a glass. Okay.
It took me a second. I
I
got
like
there,
the
but
stains on it. That's great. That's just,
all I
that
saw was
adds
the
to it.
WD-40, and it blew my mind. Thank
That's
you.
actually not a glass. It is WD-40.
Yeah,
That's
it's a
just
little-
what Dylan
it's-
consumes.
It's a little spicy, and you know, it
Some-
makes,
some
when
extra
things aren't
grease.
moving, it helps things move. So
Mm,
like, keeps my joints limber.
I'm buying one of those like immediately.
Anyway,
anyways, how rude of me. I'm sorry, sir. I did not catch your name. My name is Wilhelm.
oh, you can call me Norm. And he puts his hand out.
Norm. Pleasure to meet you.
Pleasure to meet you as well, Wilhelm.
So
Let me know when Harold gets back to all this, please.
I think he'd be coming back about now. Probably see it. You could probably see, it's pretty obvious now. You can see the sculpture in the middle of the room has been unveiled. You've missed the unveiling, but
Anyways, Norm, are you a fan of this work, artist?
You could say so. He takes a sip of his drink.
You are his husband. You must be supportive.
I'm the one that makes the art.
Oh, you are Normandy, then.
Mm-hmm.
Oh. Well,
Oh.
now I just feel silly.
A pleasure.
Pleasure. Yes.
Pleasure to meet you all as well. Please don't make a big deal about this.
No, it's fine. I've never. It's quite rare occasion.
No, I was actually just telling Miss Veda earlier. I don't understand the attraction to the medium that you prefer to use. Where does one acquire such an interest?
Seems quite
Well-
hard to work with.
It can be difficult. It's just as stubborn as my husband can be. You just kind of happened into it. I started with simple marble and whatnots, and found the stone interesting. As I was working with it, I met my husband, and he was able to superheat it until it became glass. It's been a bit of a journey.
You're the ones that made the invitations as well. It's quite strange that
am.
granite can do that.
It's very difficult to do. It takes it takes a very steady hand.
She is not suspicious at all, by the way. There's no reason for her to be suspicious.
It took some
be
time
suspicious.
to make all of them.
Perhaps, actually, you would be perfect to settle a bit of a debate that Miss Veda and I were having earlier. But, the source of the inspiration behind such pieces. Whereas Miss Veda seems to believe that the universe is some component
I
in
hand
it.
him another drink. Pass
He
it
take-
over to him.
He takes it, pours it into his current drink. You're getting hired at my home.
Maybe it pays better than my first job.
Oh, congratulations! that's excellent. I'm so happy.
He's sitting there with an empty
Happy
tip
for you.
jar.
Oh, that was a joke. Oh,
It's half a joke. I don't know. Let's think about it. Well, your debate was what about the inspiration? Or
I see. She believes that the not so much the inspiration, but I guess the skills can be learned over time. Yeah.
Theoretically, though not everybody is as gifted as some.
Yes, I believe that's developed earlier prior to the practice some sort of trauma, as a conflict. One's souls that is then just
To learn a
expressed.
skill?
No, it's expressed by the skill, and it is what drives the.
I believe
mastery.
you mentioned that it was potentially a gift from gods. Which I disagree heartily with. I actually don't quite believe they have much influence at all in our society.
I also agree with this.
As he finishes laughing, he cuts himself off a bit and kind of ducks down, trying not you can see his husband kind of stomping through the crowd, and he's kind of making sure that you guys are between them as you walk by.
So yeah, I guess my question is, where did you find where does your torture come from? What did you do before you found your artistic integrity?
I just liked rocks. I used to hit rocks together whenever I was a child. It irritated my mother to no end. In fact, I actually found, this is interesting, I found hitting marble against marble is not a very good thing to do. It only irritates your mother more than anything else.
So you have no trauma, no unresolved anger.
No, it's just like rocks. Is it a shame? Is it so shameful to like rocks?
No, of course not. It's not shameful. It's just a curiosity of mine. I appreciate the process. I am unable to do so myself.
Well, I should be clear. I didn't just sit around, smacking rocks together like a Neanderthal. I went about, and Mom caught me once, and she suggested that perhaps I try sculpting. So that came about.
Fortuitous.
Sounds downright, yes. Sounds downright...
Smashing?
Yes.
Oh, Harold, I was just looking for you.
I take a shot myself.
Now we are up 1 Johnson.
Vader will lean in and just say, your sister maybe needs some help tonight. She's a bit 6 sheets to the wind, as they say.
You can see her in the corner.
I thought the expression was 3 sheets. I understand.
More like 9 sheets to the wind, really, if you catch my drift.
You see her in the
believe
corner
I understand.
with someone you recognize, Adelaide, Veda, your sister, currently getting absolutely wasted in the corner.
My sister or Harold's sister?
Your sister.
With my sister.
Mm-hmm. Currently just leaning over the top of the Harold's grandparents' chairs, just laughing uproariously, grandmother enjoying it immensely.
But they've got great company, at least, huh?
Well, I hope your sister is a less aggravating part of your family, as is mine.
Well, Esther has her moments, yes.
Weatherford approaches and kind of grabs one of the cups of punch. Mac, still kind of over his shoulder, just staring. How's everyone doing tonight? Everybody enjoying themselves?
Better now, I imagine.
Are you another one of Harold's friends?
Oh, pleasure. I am Weatherford Hole, private
The
investigator.
detective! Oh, yes, I know all about you, yes.
Right.
I like to read the newspaper sometimes.
Right.
I'm Veda Bennett, I'm sorry.
Pleasure to meet you, Veda.
I'm just side-eyeing Pod and trying to get him to keep feeding this guy drinks. But your husband, is he seriously invested in your art? He seems very supportive.
Actually, he's the one that suggested selling it in the first place.
And how did he find himself in this business? Was he previously in the art world? It's intriguing to me.
It's a bit of a fun story, actually. You see, his mother and father were, his mother is an Earth Genasi, very beautiful aquamarine jawline. You should see her, gorgeous woman.
I believe
her father
your telling is inspiring me, inspiring just myself. I'm sorry, continue.
It's okay. I'm
used to being. Anyway, and then his father was a bit more fiery in nature. He had a tendency to he worked in the furnaces a lot, and yeah, That's actually how my husband got his jobs down to the docks, and how he and I met. He would be the one that would deliver my Argentinian granite to my house. He knew a bit about stone, as you do, and he showed me that whenever you heat it up a bit, when things get heated, beautiful things can happen.
Did you ever use it to make a phylactery?
I'm sorry, what?
I said, did you ever use it to make a phylactery?
It's a phylactery.
You're no longer allowed in my house.
You can't find good helps these days, huh?
Turns out. And you can just see it in Weatherford just.
It seems quite the group is gathering. Do you mind? I would love to go and take a closer look at the art. Because I know you've been intimately familiar with it, so I will excuse myself for just a moment. It's been an absolute pleasure, Mr. Normandy.
Pleasure to meet you as well, Mr. Wilhelm.
I'm going to start looking around since we're near what I'm assuming is the artist and the art, and see if anyone's making a connection that he's here, or if anyone's kind of lingering a little too long in the eyes on him and or the art. Not in a, oh, hey, I'm going to buy this, but like something kind of hinky's going on.
Perception or insight check, one of the two.
Oh, I'll take insight, 100%.
While he's doing that, can Harold look for, in the statue itself, signs of
something? Are you going up there with Harold? I'm not with Harold, with Wilhelm.
I maybe adjacent to, but not necessarily like in tandem with. But looking for, I want to see if there's something like hidden in the sculpture, like certain items, given the list of people who is here.
I'm assuming that you're doing the same thing, Wilhelm. Okay, investigation checks from both of you.
And while they're doing that, since Veda notices that Harold doesn't seem to do anything about her pointing out their sisters, she is going to flag it on the nearest weight and just kind of pass over a £20 note and just say, can you just be sure that the two women over there, kind of pointing out to them, can you just be sure that their gin and tonics are a little bit more on the tonic, extra tonic.
This lizard folk figure with kind of a red gradient to his skin just goes, yeah, sure.
Fantastic.
Takes the notes, slips them away. What did you get, Trevor, with your insight?
Rolled a 16, so that's a 23.
So with the 23s, you're kind of looking about the room. You don't get anything kind of hinky that you're kind of anticipating, but you are seeing that a lot of people are kind of like looking at him in general because he's dressed unlike the rest of anybody else. They're all like, he is dressed in white t-shirt, jeans, hair's done, that's it.
Please tell me Harold's family is like, if you zoom in on them, they're collectively talking down about the man in the shirt and jeans.
I don't know that they're necessarily talking down about him, but they're definitely like scattered away from him for the most part, like opposite corners of the room.
Is anybody making the connection that he's the artist and like coming, like starting to move in?
So far, no. The only ones that have noticed are the immediate people in this space.
All right, that's good.
That was a dirty 20 to investigation.
Yeah, I'm not interested in going and looking at the art. I'm more interested in the artist.
Okay. So with a 2 on the investigation, it's the side that you're on, kind of looking in at it. There's too many people that are currently around it. You can't get you can't quite get close enough to get a good enough look. In fact, a lot of people kind of are off put by the metal pieces on your jacket, or within your jacket that kind of rattle about for the most part.
That dirty 20 was on a 9, by the way.
Look at that. As you just can't get close enough to really observe it.
in that manner.
Excuse me, could I just squeeze by? It's very rude. I expected you people to be a little more polite.
And with a 20, Harold does his Harold thing where he just kind of slips in amongst the people without issue. Getting a close enough look, looking at the humanoid-esque figure, it's reminiscent of a spell, of a cantrip that you probably learned at some point in the Mage College. Dancing lights makes a vaguely humanoid shape when you put all the lights together. Things may be missing, etc., etc. Offhand, perhaps that's how he goes about sculpting the stone into that particular figure before it's heated. But you don't get any sort of indication that there's anything outside of stone and glass in this sculpture.
And is this kind of like the only auction item, or is there like a whole ass kind of auction going on with other
in this
items?
room? No, there's just other items that are currently on display that he's made that are kind of like personal little effects that he's done. There's a couple of paintings from a couple of his more favorite people, you know, that kind of thing. There's no other, like, this is the only piece that's being auctioned in this room. Pip.
Yep. I'm in the room.
The dumbbell waiter goes off again. Pitt is currently passed out.
Awesome, I will take it. I go over and check how many bottles they need.
2 bottles and a plate of cheese.
Do we have cheese?
Not in this room.
I will quickly rush over to the penthouse where the snacks are and the hors d'oeuvres are. Using all the speed I can muster.
Alright.
To grab a plate of cheese, and while I'm running around, I want to bump into Weatherford.
Okay. He's currently standing with the others.
Cool. I will literally bump into him like, hey, secret auction on the 14th floor, and then dash off the cheese.
Weatherford looks over at the rest of you.
Cheese?
And then as I grab the cheese in that amount of time, because I'm super quick, I bump into Wilhelm on the way back and be like, dress super fancy, and go.
Literally no context. Just dress super fancy.
I'm really
at an
hoping-
already fancy dress party.
Right.
Yeah. I hope he's gonna be really confused. Go to Wilhelm, be like, the strangest thing happened
What
with
does
him,
that
and they'll
mean?
make the connection. You know, we gotta pretend I don't know these people. So.
That's fair.
And then I will hit the room, grab the wine, make my way down to 1432.
Yeah, I would say frustrated with my inability to get close. I will just go back to the group and be like, I guess I will sidle up to Mac, who is, I imagine, not engaged in conversation.
Well, I'm just like visually, I'm fucking hating this thing. I keep looking at every available door and scanning the crowd, just like in this, just like, god damn it.
And there's like a solid, like 4-foot circle radius around him of people just avoiding this massive minotaur.
Oh, several things, Mac. I will lower my voice. One, it would appear that there might be a second auction evening, as there are several buyers that were in the interest journal.
At this point, a massive hand slams on Mac's shoulder as you just hear, "Well then, how are we doing here today, mister?" And you turn and it's that massive black minotaur with the dressed nicely with the bolo tie. It's not very often we see ourselves another minotaur in these parts, huh? He puts a hand out.
Just kind of slightly shift so the hand slides off my shoulder and go, Mac Belmont, pleased to meet you.
Pleasure to meet you, son. Tell me, what you find yourself here doing, huh? Amongst these, He kind of glances over the small crowd that is around him, including you, Veda. Just goes, fine people.
I hand him a vodka.
He takes it.
I'm not at liberty to discuss the intricate details, but let's just say I'm a little bit of insurance policy for some guests tonight.
No shit. Well, I'll... Here, he pulls out a card from inside of his jacket pocket, and he hands it to you. It says Scotty O'Hale on it, as he just says, I may be looking for some people from time to time. I need a few new hands out on the old wells, you know.
You might want to look for the moose. I think he was looking for a job.
It's true, actually. Yes.
Oh, he's right here. Perfect.
I am. I just am selling, giving away vodka working here. But if you are looking for someone to, punch stuff, I'm a big puncher. I love to punch stuff.
He kind of looks you over. What's your strength score?
13.
13? He kind of looks you over. You look like a stout young son. I don't know. And he turns away, like, back to Mac. If you ever find yourself looking for work, give me a ring. My room's on the back side of that fancy card.
Do you have a couple more in case a few of my other brethren are looking for some additional notes here and there?
He sets the nearly still full cup of vodka on the table, grabs a whiskey off the table, pulls a couple more cards out. By all means, son.
Appreciate it. Thank you kindly. And you said out near the wells, eh? Yeah.
Yeah. Out by the docks. We got a couple wells out there. We're pulling up some good old quick scarlet, you know.
Yep, know the area. Yeah, been a couple tussles down that which way a couple times. Well,
he shoves your shoulder, and he's got a bit of heft behind him. He says, "I bet you have, son. I can tell you stories about my tussling down at the docks, down at them wells all day long. I have to trade stories over a whiskey sometime."
Yeah, we should do that. I'll give you. Unfortunately, I don't have any cards on me this evening because I'm in a here on private matters.
Right. By all means, do what you got to do tonight, son. We'll talk soon.
I appreciate it.
He looks over and he sees someone in the distance that he says, "Hey!" And he takes off down into the crowd again.
It's these people, Mac. We were literally mid-conversation as this dude just comes over. It's unreal.
Yeah, I understand.
Harold
that.
shuffles back. Who's that interesting fellow?
Tell you when we're not on duty. So if there's some other auction going on, should we kind of split eyes here?
Well,
I'm not.
Two things, right? One is there's potentially another auction, and Pip just said something about dressing fancy.
I think he meant that
somebody set up with him.
No, I think that he meant for the auction.
Harold, what are you all here for exactly?
Veda, has Anita told you what I do in my free time?
Does Anita tell me anything of substance whatsoever?
Fair. I don't believe she's told me anything of substance in some years now. I work with a group of individuals. Are we alone?
No,
you guys.
Well, no, but like we're in our little semicircle.
Well, like we're in like a small circle,
and
like
Harold, you can just barely see the fellow in the white T-shirt just kind of slowly back away from the group.
I thought he was already kind of out of the conversation at this point.
Nope, he never left.
Yeah, I thought so. I'm gonna follow him, but before I do, I look over
you don't
at...
notice him.
Oh, I
don't notice him.
Yeah,
I'm sorry.
Harold's the only one that notices.
If that's the case, I would just pull Veda aside, because I don't think Harold would be that dumb.
Are you alright? Are you in trouble?
No, we're
You can
all
tell
right.
me.
We are. There's been something going on in the city, and the friends I am here with, they're all professionally looking into something that may or may not be happening here.
Do you work with Detective Weatherford?
We all work, I suppose, with, but technically for Mr. Weatherford.
You're a private eye. Why did you
may
tell
say
me? That's
that.
so exciting.
Is Weatherford currently talking to anybody?
Nope, he's currently just kind of still
thought you
stunned by the conversation that you just had.
That's and, like hand on the back, and it's like, oh, let's go check out over here. So
You're all just books and knowledge, and I never expected
Well-
something so exciting.
It all really comes just down to another puzzle, isn't it? I mean, that's kind of why I enjoy it. It's all just another mystery to solve, as it were.
That's true. I do love a good
Of
mystery
course, the mysteries haven't typically been as, well, explosive, might be the phrase, as this one. And
Definitely moving
we're a
away
bit
from the
worried.
What are you investigating? Don't worry, you can keep your secret safe with me.
I don't think Harold
Unless it's crime related, in
has,
which
like,
case I am an obligated reporter, so just no crime.
there's been a bit of strange dealings going on, and it's difficult to say without putting you into an awkward situation.
Dressed
Perhaps-
very fancy. Danger, villain, fiend. Do you think Pip is in trouble?
At this point, the sisters come like stumbling over to the two of you, just like giggling and laughing, and you can hear a couple of one of them kind of whisper, "I think they're dating. I think they're dating." And they just kind of like stumble over and they just start giggling, laughing, and fall all over the two of you.
Yes, Nita. And what was the other?
Esther. Her name is Esther.
Nita, Esther. Lovely.
Indeed it is. Harold.
You know Harold.
That
You went to
is
class
my
with-
name.
You went to class with him in the same grade.
Yeah, I know. And she leans in real close. She goes, I heard there's good wine 3 floors down.
Oh, I actually heard all the wine had been sold out already. Actually, it had been auctioned off, so there's no wine
She
anymore.
looks over at the table and there's like glasses of wine still sitting there. She goes,
That wine
I
actually
slowly
is
shuffle in front of Pod, who's got the tray of vodka shots.
it's a bunch of artist experiments. So it's actually an art gallery, that wine, where it's non-alcoholic, but they want you to think it's alcoholic, so they behave funny. It's a little
make a
bit
deception check.
artistic.
So Harold, for the first time, will use his help action for an
Not
ability check
good.
with a history check. So you get the help action, but you also get a +3.
Okay.
Because Harold is going to start helping you explain by using historical examples of other
Not
similar
bad.
art exhibits.
It's a 17 with the help. It was gonna be a 6.
She just kind of leans and she like almost stumbles over, and Anita just starts like laughing, and she just goes, "Then I think we should consider finding another place to go, Anita."
Yes, I think there might
she
be a
grabs a
cocktail
hold of-
bar still open down the road. Yes,
She grabs a hold of Anita's hand.
they're quiet, private.
She makes a face
have a
as
good
she
time.
just makes for the door, laughing, like skipping, and Anita's just kind of like,
Just call if you need me. I can get you a lift. It's fine.
As I'm moving Weatherford away, I'm looking at Wilhelm and just like, and like motioning toward the elevator and down.
I look at Veda. Sometimes I wish I could be more like my sister.
Really, I don't agree at all. I like you just where you are.
Oh, that's lovely.
I wish my sister was more like me.
That is a reasonable request. But you'd be less special if there was two of you.
Thank you. So, detective work? Can I help? I'm an awful good secret keeper.
Well, you did mention the reporting of crimes. I suppose you could report them to us as private detectives.
That's true. That's a very good loophole.
I do like loopholes.
I generally don't, but in this case, when in Rome.
And Harold will make for the elevator.
Weatherford is like,
all right, we're going to the elevator, I guess.
yeah, no. Weatherford is just like quickly gets up behind Harold and goes, "What the fuck was that?" And, like whispering it into your ear.
Harold casts message. I don't know.
Harold, if you need me to take care of your sister and that other one, I can. With lesser restoration. Of course.
Harold begins to cast Chill Touch and thinks better of it.
Yeah. As you all pile into the...
instead casts like a ghostly version of the mage hand and touches Wilhelm.
As you all pile into the elevator wizard has now changed to a blue wizard, a different fellow altogether.
Oh,
apparently the shift has changed.
Is Weatherford going downstairs too?
Yep, he sure is.
Oh shit. Okay, I thought we were going to stay upstairs. Oh fuck. Okay.
No.
Got it.
Weatherford is cracking his knuckles like on the way, and you can see him like pull something from his sleeve, ever so slightly, and you see the point of a blade that he has hidden down inside in his sleeve.
So what's the play here? We think the secondary auction is happening. We think Pip is in danger. Something about dress very fancy.
Supposedly, I'd heard a couple things from a couple different people over the course of the night to begin with that suggested that there was something else being sold here. Besides that piece of art, that's probably going to go for 750,000 gold notes.
Gentlemen and lady, we're supposed to watch, not engage.
That's you guys. I'm going.
Yeah, but if I'm keeping my cover and you get engaged. All right, well.
Listen, it cannot be a coincidence that we are sent here. And the only connection is this potential auction. Yeah? Well, if we do not watch if we don't see this happens, then we are not really watching anything, are we?
At the very least.
Just one moment, everyone. Just one moment, everyone. Harold turns to the blue wizard, and that is in the elevator with all of us having this conversation, and hands him a pot, like a stack of gold notes. Just so you know, you did not hear any of the previous or following conversation at any time. And
by all means, fine sir. He takes the notes and shoves them down inside of his cloak.
Oh, he doesn't count them. Lovely.
Again, I'll just like that light will begin to shine in Wilhelm's eyes, and I detest nothing more than a lying wizard.
Make an intimidation check with advantage.
Harold's gonna make a wisdom saving throw to know. Okay.
Oh,
seems to think it. He seems to know it wasn't about him.
So that would be 22.
His eyes go wide, and you can see like the crow's feet crinkle a bit as they do. Just, yep. Mm-hmm. I'm just a simple elevator wizard. And he slams the staff down on the floor, and it bing and starts going downward. Pip.
It's me.
As you make your way out of
the whole time I'm going down and beating myself up like they're already dressed fancy.
You almost got JD to spew. That was good. The wizard, the blue wizard in the room in the elevator, just kind of.
Yeah, everybody here has been dressed fancy for a long time.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Okay.
As
Can you make it go faster? They really want this.
You don't want faster. Faster usually means we're going to be breaking the sound barrier.
You're right. Never mind. I don't know what that is, so let's not do that.
Typically, it involves teleportation. Things get a little wonky.
We're fine.
Feels like there should be a setting in between there somewhere. From like slow to sound barrier.
Nope.
A red wizard.
There usually is.
A red wizard would do it.
Yeah, there usually is.
No
but
one's
not
asking for the
this
Sears
guy.
Tower elevator here.
As you get down to the floor and make your way down the hallway to the room, it's a little bit more packed at this point. I think you would recognize Richard being in the room at this point. He has apparently snuck off again at some point. Currently sitting in the room. He doesn't seem to recognize you. In fact, he doesn't even look your direction as you place the bottles on the counter.
Of course not. I'm the help.
At this point, there is a table that has been pulled forward on this massive stage. And you can see a couple of people, a tabaxi and a cheetah print tabaxi and a what's what I'm looking for? Halfling. There you go. Halfling is currently like going back and forth from that door, bringing out objects wrapped in cloth. Some of them are a little bit tall. Some of them are long. Some of them are just a variety of different sizes. Setting them on the table and then putting a card alongside them along the way.
Awesome. I will come in bearing my cheese, wine, set it down where it needs to be, drop off my stolen cheese knife, which I knew they were gonna want it, so I did that. Drop the wine, open it up. I'll savor the tip. This is real impressive. Impress all the drunk people.
They're not drunk.
Oh, okay. Impress no one. And then I will start to act like I'm making my way out the door, but I would like to find a spot to slip in between and observe.
Make a stealth check, please.
Come on, peeps. Oh, I'll take it. I'll take it. Oh, I'll take it so good. Okay, that's a 28.
Bad phrasing. 28. You find a spot second to the back row that looks like you could probably slip in. There's a couple of chairs. There's like 3 chairs between people. You kind of like scoot your way through past a couple of different people, sit down, and they just kind of eye you sideways for a moment. Don't really seem to care too much about your presence.
Sweet.
A few moments later, your elevator, ladies and gentlemen, lady and gentlemen, comes to a halt, and he opens the doors and she says,
Have fun on your adventure, because you look like a bunch of people that look like they're going on an adventure.
Just looking down at myself in a gold lame gown.
I don't even look at him, and I just shove like 20 gold notes at him.
Okay, that one's scary. See, this is why I think this.
Then he takes the notes and just kind of like they've crumpled up against his hand as he takes them. You feel finger pop.
Ow!
Harold's like, except you didn't see anyone looking like they were going on an adventure. You didn't see any of us.
I see people going on adventures every single night.
That's very fair, actually. It's really quite true.
In any case, you forget 1,000 things every day. Why don't you make sure this is one of them?
Sure. You got more?
I think we've paid you quite plenty enough, don't you think?
Just walking down the hallway.
He opens up his robe and there's nothing there, not even a pocket.
I don't know what you're talking about. I got nothing.
From one wizard to another, don't try and fool me.
Enjoy your adventure.
Well, I'm glad that worked. I was going to have to do something else to him.
I use Mage Hand to give him a wet willy. My brother used to do that to me all the time. Nice to be on the other end of that.
Pod, you went with him, right?
No, I didn't. I'm still up there with the vodka.
At least we have somebody down up there watching.
All right.
I mean, I could send him a message, not like on the stones. He has a stone on him, yeah.
True.
Yeah. Podrick, leverage to Johnson. Say Anita or Harold has requested your presence. Downstairs, we are on the third floor. 3 floors down.
14th floor.
14th
floors
floor.
down.
Yeah.
All right.
Or whatever. Just ditch the whole thing. I don't care. Just get down here.
Right. That's it. I take the tray and I bring it over to the Golden Dragon, and I say, "Here you are. No one is drinking anymore. They're all completely plastered."
Very well. If you would like to take a bottle with you, take a bottle or two. They're not going to miss it.
Oh, well, thank you very much. I do appreciate that.
When he like reaches down to a small pouch and starts counting out bills.
I take it. I'm not above it.
40 gold notes.
Thanks. I take it. And with that, I give him a nod. And before I leave, I want to just. I had my eyes on the guy in the white shirt, the artist, and I lost him at one point during the conversation. I just want to try to see if I can find him, if that's a possibility before I get down
perception
there.
check.
17. Roll a plus. Let me roll a +4 here. Plus a d4, so 19.
Oh, with the 19, you find him pretty easily, actually. He is currently, his husband has apparently found him as they are standing in the middle of the room near the sculpture, and he is just kind of like plastered on a fake face, like a fake smile. He's just leaning a little bit. He looks like he's had a lot to drink in the past few minutes.
But he is now indisposed, yes?
No, yeah. People are now trying to talk to him about his art, and he's sloppily having a hard time doing so.
Missed the opportunity. In that case, I want to take a moment. I'm going to write a note with the rune number on it. The rune cipher, if you will. And I bring him one more drink of vodka, and I kind of want to slip him the drink with the note.
Make a sleight of hand check.
I'm definitely guidancing myself for this, if I can.
Sure.
Sleight of hoof check.
Sleight of hoof, 21.
I can do it.
With the 21, as you slip it to him, it doesn't even register that it's there at first. It actually like sticks to the bottom of the glass, and he like. He kind of cocks his eyebrow and sticks it at you. Gives you a little wink.
I wink back, and then I walk away. I go downstairs.
All right. Cool. And I think that's what we're gonna call it for tonight.
Damn it!
I need more. I need more.
Oh, I had a whole entrance into the room and every
Go another hour.
I know. I had an idea.
Another
I had an idea too.
More.
Thank you guys.
Hey,
for
Phil, that
joining
was a
us.
smooth
Oh,
transition
man.
into introducing Veda to the group, though.
That was
Hey.
great.
That was pretty well done.
I try.
Very cool.
Thank you guys so much for joining us tonight for A Sinner's Dream. I hope that we get to see you guys again in 2 weeks, or maybe tomorrow. We're gonna have ourselves a bad time as we play Goat Crashers tomorrow. We're gonna be crashing a party of some sort that my players are not in the know of yet. It's gonna be wild. It's just gonna be a one shot. We're gonna have some fun.
I can't wait.
Forge, Foundry, they go together. Heavy Arms, check them out. Anybody got anything that they want to announce? Anything interesting happening?
Make sure to keep watching Neg 2.
True.
I would like to plug my buddy's book again, since it is now out. It is the first book is out as of, I think, the middle of January. I think the 16th it came out. The author's name is Maxwell Farmer. The series is Virgil's Pact, or the book is Virgil's Pact. I can't remember exactly which order it's in, but it is a really cool lit RPG. It was the #1 bestseller in category on Amazon all month of January, so that's pretty cool.
Rock on. I'll actually I'm gonna write that down. Check that out.
I'm looking at it. It's free on Kindle and audiobook. Well, apparently. Bad. It looks. I like the cover. That cover is really cool.
Yeah, I totally have to say, for people that are watching Sinner's Dream on Monday, if you haven't checked it out, y'all are sleeping on Curse of Strahd Sundays, man. Holy crap.
We're getting into some trouble on Sunday nights, guys.
Yeah. And like, if you want to check out, because JD here, he's or that way actually, he's the DM, and holy shit, talk about like it's horror. It's what Ravenloft and Curse of Strahd should be, and damn,
as a player in that, it's fucking terrifying.
Yeah. I can't even imagine.
Like, I've been nervous since last night.
You guys are sweet.
I'm honest. I'm an honest person, JD. You should know that by now.
It's just so sweet for buying me all that time so that I could figure out our game giveaway for the evening. Thanks. And for those of you new to the channel, we give things away. We do it often. We do it.
Give it away now. Sorry.
Yeah,
I mean, that last chance. Go ahead and redeem those elf eggs.
Yeah, redeem the elf eggs. They go bad. They start to smell after a while. But
don't want them hatching on you.
Actually, that's just Jason.
It's mostly just me. But let me tell you, the dice are wonderful. The dice that you can win, Dragon Knight dice. Check her out on TikTok. You can see all the creation that goes into the custom dice that we order. Not only is she incredible, the dice are beautiful, and they're dice, right? We love dice, right? So, of course, you'd want those. Of course you do. But I promise you, 2,000 elf eggs. I mean, you can get that from like a single stream if Chuck doesn't cut the show early and make us all wait 2 weeks for, more nonsense. But we do this multiple times throughout the week, so you guys can earn those pretty quickly. And I promise you could probably get them once per stream. Don't sleep on the game giveaways. But don't listen to me, just listen to Soul's Rolls, who won our Alien game giveaway tonight. Soul, congratulations. You are the lucky winner of Crazy Alien, a weird rabbit venture into space with aliens. I don't know. Sounds like it's up your alley. If you guys know Soul, a little weird, so...
And if you want to know Soul or get to know any of us or hang out, we do have a Discord that you can hang out with, check out more, talk about D&D, really kind of join a community of just really uncharismatic people that you'll just make your day a little bit better, because at least better than these guys.
You might be the cool one. Yeah, you could join now and be the coolest guy in our Discord.
That's true.
Or gal.
That's true.
Or
not
whatever.
It's not hard.
It really doesn't take much. So.
And I can't believe we haven't mentioned it, because it's right there on the screen. I mean, not saying because it's me, but like, check out that character art. Holy shit.
True.
And that's
a
from,
sexy party.
Yeah, that's from Talos Arts. You can find him on Instagram and Twitter at Talos Arts. I'll pop it into the chat there. Every single one of our characters has custom art, and holy damn, is it sexy!
They
like
are
look at
all
Podrick
so
and
much
all
cooler
his
than
all
of
his
us.
horn glory.
I've heard good things about. I've heard really great things about the artwork that we're getting from the Tuesday night game. That's
I'm getting hazed right now.
Revamped. Hey, I mean,
So
like,
and for those of you that don't know, I guess I will promote something. A good friend of mine, well, I thought he was a good friend, streams with my brother as well. If you're into Pathfinder or Kingmaker, go check out Daleric and his stream, where my younger brother, whose ass I have beaten multiple times throughout his life. Anyways, they're over there. Go check out Daleric. Daleric, and Scott, correct me if I'm wrong, you have a game that you play with, was it Zero Doxy and AJ Pickett from, like, God, I love those YouTube videos.
I don't know, but talking about ass stuff, there was a mention of plugs.
Yeah, I know. It's pointless. I don't know why.
Yeah, we were talking about plugs a little while ago. Yeah,
pretty good.
But Scott, in typical fashion, you've shown up way too late, and we are going to be raiding another channel. So even your attempt to haze me on my stream has failed once again.
Never learns.
Trevor, when was the last time you rolled to see
That's
who
what
we're
Big
rating?
Brothers are for. I'm saying.
I've only ever done it once. I'm going to take out the big ass Norse Foundry boulder I've got here.
The one we can only roll
Of
once.
course, we
or
got
else
the
you're-
2 huge raids at the very end of our show.
I know, right?
We could have gone for another hour, but
I mean, you want to?
someone.
Do it.
Yes!
Do
Yeah.
it.
I
gonna go
have
on?
to work in the
Do it.
morning, please. I did not get out of work until 9 p.m. I
It's
go to
only
work at 9
midnight,
a.m.
pussy.
Are we going long?
If we can't because of Howard, it's fine. But I'm down to keep going.
The fuck is Howard?
Who is Howard?
I made a high
100%
society. You don't even remember
I
his
don't know
goddamn
him.
name.
I
These
don't
people
know
are awful. Guys, thank you. No, I think that's fine. But thank you everybody that just joined us. We are gonna finish up. We are gonna go raid. For those of you that just got here, this is a noir-themed, detective-based 1940s style Dungeons and Dragons. So
Rate us earlier, Big Brother. Thank you.
it's a friend of my younger brother. For Christ's sake, he just looks older. If that's even
younger
possible.
brother. Okay.
Yeah,
Rolling the big heavy die.
he just looks older.
How is it possible for anyone to look older than Jason? Jesus Christ.
I know. Somehow he pulls it off. This has been fun for me. Thank you for
What'd you
tuning in
get,
to our
Trevor?
last
Buddy.
stream here.
One, I dented my table. 2, we are going deep. 19.
19. All right.
I
Pass it
see.
along.
19. Somebody let me know who number 19 is.
And while they figure that out, make sure to check us out on our other days we stream. Tuesday, Sunday. We got a little bit of everything for everybody.
I'm catching
Thursday
nerdy
not still going?
Northerners.
I don't know. I'm always busy.
Not right now. No, we have a Scum and Villainy game that's going to be starting on Thursdays.
I love that. I love that system. Oh my
Come
god,
play.
that's
I already
that was
have
my
character
first
made.
paid campaign on
Come play.
Twitch.
Yeah, come
You have
play.
the free Thursday nights.
If my partner won't kill me, I am free Thursday nights usually.
Tell Rob to come
Double
play.
talks.
Tell Rob. I'm not. If it makes you feel better,
Could be a
I'm not.
big-
I'm actually
Robert,
not
do you want to
playing
play
in that one.
Scum and Villainy with us on Thursday night?
Screw date night. It's another D&D opportunity.
I love Scum. It is such a great system. It is so much fun.
These guys that
Forged
the
in
other guys.
Dark, yeah.
Yeah, and a lot of them. I think Trevor's going to be in there.
Yep. I'm the pilot.
Yeah, I don't think. Who else is from here? Anybody else from your?
I played the captain in our ship in our Scum and Villainy game. I was the captain and mechanic. So.
No, they didn't like Pip enough. They won't invite me back to.
I think it was an open invite to the whole channel.
It was an open invitation to that and to tomorrow night. And you know what? I got 4 people for tomorrow night. So.
Oh, that's true. We're playing Star Wars. But we don't have a date set for Star Wars yet.
Well, we can talk about it. We'll talk.
We'll talk.
Anyways, anyone figure out who number 19 was?
No. Nerdy Northerners.
Nerdy Northerners. All right, guys, we're gonna go raid Nerdy Northerners.
The naughty Northerners.
Naughty or
wait a minute.
Naughty nerdy Northerners.
Guys, this has been great.
Thank you so much.
Come back tomorrow for Goat Crashers.
We're gonna be goats.
That's gonna be so good.
It's gonna be weird. It's gonna be weird.
Bad. Wait, that's a sheep.
Right. Something bad.
Can everybody say bye?
I'm trying, but I think you gave me the name.
Bye.
Oh, really? Are we still stuck here?
Yeah, was it Naughty?
Nerdy.
All one word. All one word.
I ruined it. I'm sorry.
All one word.
All the talk about butt plugs and.
God.
It's too much for one night.
All right. I got it.
Across the board.
Jesus Christ. Good night, everybody.
This is the brand.
Guys, we gotta stop. We're gonna be -3 charisma in about 5 minutes.